Hello, culés, and welcome back to Barça Live. It's a big one. It's our penultimate La Liga game of 2025. It's been a great year for Barça, and we're looking to make it 7 wins on the trot in the domestic competition. In our last 4 games, we've come from behind to win. Let's see if we can get the first goal, hey, maybe, in today's game against an Osasuna side who are down at the table, struggling a little bit this season. As you can see, look who's back. Spencer Siegel's back in the house, people. Welcome back, my friend.
Yeah, you couldn't get rid of me for
There
too
he
long.
is.
You can't unalive the undead, baby. Here we come. Let's go. Let's get it today. Come on, Barça. Let's go.
Oh, Spencer's back, people. That means the energy is back. I'm getting messages in the chat. Alia says hello. Bruno says hello. How is everyone? We got Nacho Goles in there too. Plenty of you, of course, in the YouTube members chat. Spencer's back. Barça back. Games keep coming thick and fast, it feels, in these past few days. Of course, as I said, just 2 La Liga games to go. 3 games in total. We got this Tuesday night Copa against Guadalajara, and then we've got on next Sunday Villarreal away. Alia says, Spencer, OMG, Spencer, I missed you in full capitals.
I couldn't leave Alia hanging for 2025 into 2026. I mean, we had to bring the love here.
Yeah.
Come on, this is Barça Live. What are we doing?
Spence had to come back. He had to come back just for you.
And I know you've been missing me too.
Of course, Spence. Of course.
You think you're gonna get off easy today just by like running through the show unscathed? No. That's not how this works today, man. It's you and me. You're in the fire now, baby. Come on.
Oh dear. Ali says, Spencer, don't leave us for that long. And Benita Malaguita is here too. Everyone's here. And without any further ado, I'm going to run you through the Barça lineup for today's game. We saw a minute ago, Barça 4 points clear. We can go 7 points clear with a victory before Madrid play Alaves tomorrow. There's the team. Pretty strong from Hansi Flick. You'd expect it to be that way. We've got Cup game on Tuesday. So Joan Garcia starts in goal. Koundé is at right back. Cubarsí and Gerard Martin again are at centre back. Balde is the left back. Eric Garcia gets the nod alongside Pedri in midfield yet again. We think Rafinha's going to be in the 10 behind Lamine Yamal, Ferran Torres and Marcus Rashford. Rate it from 1 to 10 in the members live chat, people. Let's hear your thoughts on the lineup. I'm going to go a 9, I think, Spence. What are your thoughts on that Barça team?
It's pretty darn close to a 10 based on what we're at right now. So I'll agree with you on this occasion. I think a 9's pretty good because based on what this squad has been able to do with this configuration, we've seen a lot of different players step up when others have been out. Obviously, this past midweek game showed that anybody can score a goal and anybody can score a brace, right? Which is great.
Yeah.
And also, I'm really liking this Pedri-Eric combination that's been brewing in the midfield. So, and also, of course, big Gerard the Dream hanging out in the center back position doing his thing. So let's see how this works today, because I agree with you. It's weird that we're playing a Copa game in 2025.
Yeah, it changed
because of the change to the schedule. So
yeah, it's an interesting one. I'm pretty happy with this. You said Gerard the Dream, Lamine the Dream, Yamal as well in the front 3 there, which is always good to see. I think that's a pretty strong.
I guess it should have been Martin the Dream.
Yeah, that
would have made more sense.
We've got time to mull over these. Spence, I'm going to go right ahead and ask you a question for today, which is going to be out of that lineup. Who do you think will be the key player for Barça? I'll ask the same question to those of you in the members live chat. We've got 3 options: Eric Garcia. Eric Batman Garcia, as we've been calling him in recent weeks with the mask. Marcus Rashford or Ferran Torres. I think for those latter 2, big nights for them this evening. And Eric's just been brilliant. Renewed his contract on Thursday, obviously, until 2031, and is in, for me, amazing form.
I'm sure you've touched on this before. Have you ever had to wear a mask like that?
Nose mask, no.
No wonder, because your face is just so flawless and perfect. That's why that makes sense. Okay, yeah, no, I mean, for the rest of us, normal mortals here, yes, occasionally, you break your face, you have to. I've never had to do it either. So,
oh, well, there you go.
But
shameless.
I can only imagine how difficult it must be to play with a mask like that, because you can't see peripherally. That's common knowledge. You just can't. But he's a key player. But for me, I'm looking at Marcus Rashford because I think he's going to link up in a way that we've seen him do in the last couple of weeks. And then you could also pick out a few other players, but of those 3 options, I'll take Rashford.
Okay, sounds good to me. Let's see what people are saying in the chat. Benita Malita says 1, but then has a bunch of Ferran emoji. Oh, Eric Garcia emojis, rather. Sorry. So Pelita Malaita goes for Eric. McLumvis says Rashford. Luis says Rashford. I did think Rashford was really good off the bench against Olympiacos. Let me know if we can hear from Hansi Flick. I'm not sure if we can just yet. Barca's coach and his thoughts before the game. We can. Let's hear from Flick. Let's see what he has to say ahead of this one. He's with Mike Burrell.
I'm good, thanks.
The last game at home in 2025, for the moment, it's a good streak here, 4 wins in a row at home. So I maybe what the team wants is to give also for the fans another win here. It's perfect.
Of course, this is we last couple of weeks we are playing really good. We play with a lot of discipline, but also with a good attitude, with a good mentality. So we see the quality increase a lot. So we are happy, and of course now we want to go on. So we don't want to slowing down. So we want to keep going on. This match on Tuesday and also next Sunday.
You made the changes, 2 changes in the lineup in the forward position. Last game against Betis, Lamine played as an attacking midfielder. Also, Rafinha played many times there. So it's important also that possibility to change position in the forwards that you have today.
Of course, we have a lot of quality at the moment there, and we have to figure out we fix the best, and we are we think that we are today with this starting 11 the best for Osasuna.
The last one against Osasuna, who maybe can play with 5 players at the back. It changed something in the game plan?
No, it's like that. I think also when they will defend in a deep block, so we have to use this space. We have to be also in the right position. So it's always about that. But also we have to press them. We have to attack. This is also very important for us to have the dynamic, the intensity what normally we need in our game. We'll see.
Thank you very much and good luck, Hansi.
You're welcome. Thanks.
Words of our coach just minutes before this last game at home in 2025, Barça against Osasuna.
There you have it, and some words of Hansi Flick ahead of this one. He's saying we've got to keep going. Barça on great form right now, looking for their 7th straight league win. Spence, he also said we're not going to change our game plan, even though Osasuna are playing in a back 5. So Flick pretty much just keeping calm. He seemed very calm, going into this one. And of course, he'll be thinking we've got a good chance right now, I think, with Madrid slipping up to keep getting points in the league. Keep getting ahead of the rival.
And this league this sport in general just makes your head spin, doesn't it? Because the last time I was here, we were playing Oviedo. It was come from behind victory. Lewandowski scored a go-ahead goal. Things are rolling along fine. You're neck and neck with Madrid. And then all of a sudden, the team starts to dip in form. Yeah. The roof comes off the city. Everyone's in chaos and panic. What's happening to the defense? Oh my God! And now you look up at the standings. We can see the table. This is all of a sudden a race that Barca have 2 feet out in front on. So for me, it's just you got to withstand all these punches and all of the noise throughout the course of the whole season, the injuries, everything, and just trust the process. And you do that, eventually good things will happen. Some years you'll win, some years you won't, but right now they're looking pretty good.
Yeah, don't you say, Spence? Barca 4 points clear of Madrid. We can go 7 before they play away to Alaves tomorrow night, which won't be easy, not with the injuries they've got. So a lot to keep in mind. As ever, people, lots to keep in mind in regards to Barca YouTube Premium. Of course, all of you who are in this live chat, it's because you are a Barca YouTube member. We, of course, say a massive thank you to all of you for being part of the family. We already see a few of you have joined today. We'll be giving you shout-outs during today's game, so don't go anywhere. I can already see a good amount of you in the chat. And I want to ask you a question, people, early on. I want you to give us all your mood for today's game in one emoji. Pick an emoji, put it in the chat. You've got loads of special ones, and I want to hear what your guys' mood for today's game in one emoji is. Join the family if you're not already joined it. Spence will ask you the same question. Mood for today, one emoji. What have you got?
I will answer the question in words, but then I'm going to throw the question back in your face, and I want you to answer it with your face.
Okay.
But the mood today in one emoji is the salute emoji.
Okay.
Because not only is Barca ready to play and they're at the call, but now that I'm back in the seat that I'm most comfortable in, I'm also ready to get to work.
Okay.
And be a good soldier.
You're like a sergeant. Yeah,
exactly.
okay.
I'm ready to lead. So I want to see your face now because that's part of this.
I'll do it in a moment. We've got Benita Malagita says Eric 2031 and puts the little Eric emojis, who looks like he's almost saluting in his emoji. Gloria's got the Pedri emoji. Lance has got the win emoji. I like the win emoji. That's a good one. There's lots of cat emojis too from Luis too. I'm gonna go for like a little smile because I'm really happy with how well we're playing right now.
Can you
I'm
be
just
a
content.
little bit less British when you do that?
I'm just content, Spence.
Okay.
I'm just content with
All
how
right.
we're doing right now.
All
I'm pretty calm. I don't want us to get ahead of ourselves because I still think back 5 Osasuna today, as we'll see in a minute. I think they're going to put up a decent block. They've not conceded too many goals considering how far down they are on the table. So I'm just I'm calm, but I'm really happy. I think we're playing our best football of the season. Just a nice big smiley face, and with the teeth as well, like a big happy smiley face. Bruno says Pedri scoring today.
I see the Pedri eyes.
Yeah, the Pedri eyes are in there. Diderot. I think those Ferran emojis are Spence, if I'm not wrong. Loads of emojis in the chat. Thank you, people. Mac Columbus with some Visca Barças in there too. Right, I just mentioned them, Spence. Let's have a little bit of a discussion on Osasuna's lineup. In fact, we won't get it on the screen just because there's a bit of an error with the graphic of how that is showing up. It's actually showing up with 10 players instead of 11.
They have 11.
Exactly, they do. So they are starting with 11. Yeah, that's correct. So we won't show that for now. Herrera, Argibide, Boyomo, Catena, Errando, Abel Bretones across what we think is going to be a back 5. Moncaiolo, Toro, and Aymar Roth will play just behind Victor Munoz and Ante Budimir. They've got a few big players back in recent weeks, Spence, Budimir and Roth, namely, but they haven't really had the season they've been having in recent years in LaLiga. Still plenty of time to go, but when they beat Levante last week, it was their first win after 6 without victory. So it's a side who could do with a bit of a pick-me-up.
Yeah, it's a really strange year, not just for them, but for about half of La Liga. But if we're talking about Osasuna, right, Alessandro Lisci is in charge, or Alessio Lisci is in charge. Did amazing things last year with Mirandes, taking a team that was never expected to compete anywhere in the Segunda and almost brought them up to La Liga by himself. That was outstanding work, so he earns this job. And you can't really say he's off to a terrible start because first time getting a shot in the big time in La Liga, he's gotten a couple of wins, he's gotten a few results, but at some point, yeah, the bar has to be raised, right? You need to do a little bit better. With the team that he's got today that he's put out there, the back 5, for me, it's a little bit too conservative against a side like Barça who, as we've seen, can be vulnerable at the back. So if you're going to take on a team like Barça and you really want to beat them and get at them, even though you're up against it, from a talent standpoint, the best thing to do, I think, is to send more players forward. It's a lot harder to do that with a back 5. We'll see how it looks because one thing that this team has always had is the chemistry. These players have been playing together for several years. There's not a lot of squad turnover year over year. It's pretty much the same. They lost their right back, Areso, so they're kind of struggling to figure out what to do at that position. But everybody else is solid, right? Aymar Aros is solid in the midfield. Ante Budimir is one of the best goal scorers in La Liga. He's the all-time leading goal scorer in Osasuna's La Liga history, top-flight history, so you always got to look out for him. And other players we've seen have had good games against Barça in the past from Osasuna, so got to still be on the lookout, but I do like the matchup today for Barça.
Yeah, absolutely. I hear what you're saying about maybe Osasuna being a tad defensive there. We'll see how that plays out for them. Spence, you're back. You know what that means. There are some customs that we just, some costumbres that we just keep on doing here. We've got a round of Guess the Player, people. We've got a round of Guess the Player. 3 coming up.
Have you guys been doing this without me?
Yeah, we have.
Okay, so I figured as much, but you're just putting the pressure on now.
You're just checking now, yeah.
Just putting the pressure on.
Number 1 is going to be in there, people. Number 1 is on. These are players who have scored against Osasuna in Barça home fixtures. At the Spotify Camp Nou, in fact.
Wow, I really should know this because
this one might be your easiest bet, Spence.
I was going to say, because he's wearing the captain's armband. It's the 21-22 season.
22-23.
Or sorry, the year that they won La Liga with Xavi.
You're right. Indeed,
sorry, 22-23. You're right. So I mean, there's only a handful of options here. But I still don't feel like.
Can you remember the game at all? The goal, maybe.
Well, I remember that season. That was the Lewandowski little nose scratchy.
It wasn't that game, but it was that that season. Yeah,
Osasuna. So it must have been the reverse fixture then.
Correct.
But man, I'm kind of stumped. I mean, I guess if there's a cap, it's like either, Frankie or Pedri or something would be the right guess, but Frankie doesn't celebrate like that, does he? I'll say Frankie, but I think I'm wrong.
We're going to go for Frankie. I'm just wondering if there's anyone in the chat, because I think the chat seems a little bit stumped to it, Spence. I'm not seeing anything from them.
It can't be
as of yet.
Who's wearing the captain's armband that year?
Yeah, it's a big hint. It's a big hint, and it was quite an iconic
Araujo's not
goal
there
as
yet.
well. It was quite an iconic goal as well.
Couldn't have been Lewandowski. He's not wearing that.
No, yeah.
Pedri, I doubt
What was your final answer, Frankie De Jong?
That was my final guess, but I don't think it's right.
Okay. Alia has it correct. Bruna says I have no clue. You're in Spence's boat then, because
wow. Yeah, I didn't have that one.
Jordi Alba, yeah.
Did not have that one on my bingo
last
card.
goal for Barça. 85th minute winner, home game. Yeah, Alia said Jordi, well done.
I assume
Jordi, well done to Alia.
I assume this program has discussed the fact that his last professional touch was a delicate helping
We haven't
touch.
actually, but that's it
Come
was.
on, gotta give the man some credit. If we're gonna put his
for
face
Inter
up
Miami,
on there,
for Inter Miami, yeah. What a
Right.
special way to bow that was, yeah.
pretty
yeah.
sweet ending.
It was lovely, wasn't it? Lance had Jordi Alba as well. I'm not sure if you said that.
Nice one.
I'm not sure if you said that afterwards, though. I'm not actually going to give it to you. Right, Spence, we're going to go through this quick fire now.
Yeah.
You got 21-22 season. There you go.
This actually kind of looks like Araujo from 21-22.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stick with it. I know he doesn't score a ton of goals, but
Wow. Straight in there, yeah, Araujo.
I'm gonna stick with it.
Spence.
Wow,
Spencer
turning
Siegel.
back the clocks today, though.
Aubameyang. Yeah. And the last one's great as well. The last one's great, by the way. Well done to anyone who got that. We don't have time to check if you did. We'll see it in just a moment. Third and final one, Spence. Redeem yourself. This is one of the most special goals.
Oof.
2016-17 season. Shall I give you a big hint?
You can try.
This was his only goal for Barça.
Come on, chat.
Come on, Spence.
Come on, chat.
Lance did get Aubameyang up. They're a little behind, I think, so I'm not sure if they're going to be
No,
able
the
to.
chat's
I'm not
not
sure if
gonna-
they're going to be able to help you out here.
The chat's not gonna be able to catch up to help me.
Brutal run against the player. This.
Yeah, this is. I mean, nobody in the studio's helping me either. Nobody
no.
wants to help me. Oh,
Silence
I hear-
from Robert and
I hear Mark has it.
Mark Brouw. You know it, yeah? Mark, I can't hear you actually right now, Mark. I'm not sure if we can sort that out technically. Mark, go ahead though. Who is it?
I know, it was a very special day. It was in April in 2017 when Javier Mascherano scored his only goal for
was gonna
Barça
say
from the
Mascher-
penalty spot.
I swear I was gonna
Yeah.
say Mascherano. I swear I was gonna say I didn't get it.
Aye. Yeah, Mark, of course it was Mascherano. Spence, what are you playing at, by the way? Mark, Spence, reunited.
Hey, buddy, I missed you.
I miss you too. I miss you too. I have to say that Pablo also reminds me many times, and I don't have to talk about the referee as you did many times also last season. But I'm very glad to have you back also, Spence. I don't know if you have Barça official intelligence next to you. I don't know. I'm not pretty sure. Is here or
No,
not?
he's gone missing, Mark.
I don't see Barca official intelligence.
He's gone missing, unfortunately, yeah.
Oh, but it's glad to have you back in this last game here at home in 2025. So let's hope that you will be also Spence a lucky charm, the same as Alex was in the last game. But what I want, as you said also, Pablo, at the start of the show, is that maybe it's good today to not suffer a lot, because remember that we have 4 comebacks in a row. So it's fine always to make a comeback, but it's fine also to start scoring. And I think that today will be very important because, as we explained just at the start of the show, Osasuna has not won any single game away this season. Only 2 points, only 3 goals to score. But you know, always in Barca's history, that kind of games are always tough for the team. For the moment, I can say that the atmosphere is quite good. I think, and I expect that maybe the attendance could be very close to the 45,000 people who are allowed to come for the moment right now here at the stadium. And of course, all the people wants to see Barca to win the 3 points again. For the moment, remember, I want to remember you 4 numbers that are the 4 wins that Barca have had for the moment here at the stadium. The first one against Athletic Club de Bilbao, and the other ones against Alaves, Atletico de Madrid, and also Eintracht de Frankfurt. So let's gonna hope, Pablo and Spence, that Barça will keep also the confidence here at home. For the moment, I see that also Osasuna players are going to the locker room. So guys, I have to go to my position, and remember that before the game we will have a special surprise here on the pitch. I know that you will know exactly who was the MVP, the player of the November month, but Pablo, Spence, why not to wait just to watch the images to know exactly which Barca player won this award to be the best player of November in La Liga. So guys, I have to go to my position. The party is about to start here at Spotify Camp Nou. Spence, glad to have you back.
Hey.
The party is on. See you.
Mark, get into your position. Yeah, the party started here. There are images of Barca's arrival earlier this late afternoon here in Barcelona. We'll show you images, in fact, of the Barca player who's won the MVP of the month for November. I'm sure a lot of you know in the chat who that is.
I wonder who that could be.
We'll see those.
Javier Mascherano, perhaps.
Maybe Mascherano will get it. We'll show you those images live. We'll also be hearing from Marc Brau throughout the game. Dross says, I love being culé. Mac Lumvis replied saying, I do too.
Do you love being culé?
I do love being a culé. Yeah. If we get 7 wins out of 7, I will. And I didn't know that stat of what Marek said about, what was that, 3 goals Osasuna have scored this season away from home in La Liga. They've scored a lot less than they've conceded even, and yet to win a game too. But he's quite right. Often these are the games that cause a lot of the issues in this one, aren't they, Spence?
Well, I remember last year's contest with Osasuna when things got a little crazy, and Pau Victor ended up with a goal, like a weird one.
Yes, the away game. I was there for that one. Yeah, the away one.
Yeah, it's just I'm just talking about the opponent, not the same exact fixture, but. That's what I'm saying, is that there was a 2-2 between these two teams a couple of years ago, where it's just, sometimes they make things more complicated, Osasuna, than Barca would like them to be. That's why this game has that added intrigue, and also why it's even more important, as you just heard Mark say, that Barca get out on the front foot and score first.
Yeah, 100%. Spence, you've had a round of Guess the Play. You're going to have a pre-game quiz coming up for you here too. And I don't know the answers to these either, by the way. So
okay, so you can play along?
I can play along. Members live chat, you can also play along too. Let's get them in there. There you have it, people. The pre-game quiz organised as ever by Mr. Marek Brau. Let's see your answers for this one. Question number 1. Who scored the last Barca goal versus Osasuna? Lewandowski, Ferran or Lamine Yamal? I know it already. Yeah.
Well, actually, that 4-2 with the Osasuna game was the first half of the year, so...
Correct.
Because I remember that second goal that Barca scored was a Lamine screamer.
It was.
But I don't remember the result on the other side. I'm assuming Barca won that game. But who
we did, yep.
scored? It could be any one of those guys from my perspective. I'll go with Lewandowski. I've missed him.
Ooh, Lewandowski. Mac Lumvis says 3. Lamine Yamal. Bruna says Lamine. Gloria says Lamine.
How do people remember this stuff? It's like Robert. Whenever Robert remembers something, he just knows it.
I'm not quite sure, Spence, but they were wrong, and you were right.
Hey!
They were wrong, you were right. So well done. It was Mr. Lewandowski, who is on the bench today. Hopefully, if he comes on, we can get a little rap maybe from you, Spence. I mean, it is on, of course. So,
God, what am I, like a...
Like a little performing like jester who comes.
I was gonna say a jester, or some might say mono de feria in this country. You know, just like a
brought on for
like a guinea pig of sorts. You know, dance monkey. Do the rap.
Let's see who. Let's see who scores later on today. Right, we're speeding through this. That's a long one. Who scored the last Barca goal versus Osasuna at the Spotify Camp Nou?
Wow.
By the way, a mixed response in the last question. Busquets, Jordi Alba, or Dembele?
Wow. What? How about... Those are some names.
Some good names, yeah. No one's still at Barca.
There's... It's one of these 3. That's got to mean that we were going back to 21-22.
1 year later.
Well, I guess that would make sense. Because 2-3, 3-4-5. No, but so that means there was that they went scoreless in the 2-3 year. Really? Okay. All right.
You had a big hint about this earlier, Spencer. You're getting him.
All right.
You're getting your mind in
Yeah,
knots.
no, I guess it makes sense to go with Jordi Alba then. That would be the realistic response. No? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Well done. You were getting your mind in knots there, and I was thinking, where is he
Well,
going?
I hadn't even like considered an option. I was just thinking, man, it must have been so long ago.
No, yeah, 22
You know?
20. It was that one, the 1-0 win. Alaba scored the only goal in the game. There you go. Last one coming up on your screens, people. Who has never scored versus Osasuna? Kunde, Firmino, Pedri. That's a good one.
That was a good one.
I
I'll take Kunde.
think I might agree with you, Spencer. Should we do some quick fire and see if that comes off for us?
Give it to us.
Oh my! When has Kunde scored versus Osasuna? I can't remember that
Was
at
he
all.
with Sevilla?
Maybe,
Like-
yeah. 23, 24, El Sadar.
Okay, if you say so.
Yes, yeah, he scored the first one in the stroke of half time, and he did. Gundogan assist, yeah, of course.
That
Kunde.
was-
We completely forgot that. We
That was- yeah.
we completely forgot that. Right, from a little bit of a pre-game quiz to a guess the score. You can see Marek Brauer's gone for a 4-0 win. I've gone for a 2-0 win. I've got a little more conservative on this one. British, as you'd say. Spence, go for it.
I just I come in here as unbiased as biasedly unbiased as I try to be, and everybody talking about how the back line, the defense is struggling, and all three of you are saying clean sheet tonight. Really? Like let's be
but every week, Spence, we try and summon a clean sheet.
okay, but you have no bearing on what happens out on the pitch. I hate to inform
We
you.
try and
So
summon a clean
at
sheet.
some point, I feel like they're gonna concede, but I think they're already gonna be up 3-0 at that point.
Okay.
But I do think they're gonna give one up. But I also think they're gonna score 4. So
That's a good. And Robert in the control room has gone for a 5-0 win. Again, I think Robert. I think you may have tried to go
Robert's
for a
the new
5
Pole.
on. I think you tried to go for a 5 on Tuesday night maybe versus Frankfurt. He goes for a 5 again. We're very, very close to kickoff, people. There is the Barça lineup on your screens once more. Joan Garcia, Kunde, Cubarsí, Gerard Martin, and Balde. Eric Garcia's next to Pedri in midfield. Rafinha, we think, just ahead of them up front. Lamine, Varane, and Rashford. That's the Barça team. You can see it scrolling along your bottom top of the standings. Back on for you. Barça are top of the table, clear by 4 points. For this one, the players are in the tunnel. Spence, it's nearly showtime.
Back in the saddle, baby. Let's
Yeah.
get it. Let's go.
Nearly time, people. All of you, of course, in the members live chat. It means that you are indeed YouTube Premium members. Massive thank you to all of you who are. Sign yourselves up because there's a lot of exciting content for you to get your teeth into. Just this morning, we have some of the youth games too, by the way, which are really good fun to watch. Obviously, you see some of the younger Barça players coming through. We had the under-13s this morning. They won a 6-0 in their fixture. We have those most Saturdays. We've got Sunday Barça Athletic coming up for you tomorrow too.
Did you do
And
the
of
under
course,
13s?
no, I didn't. Llorens did.
Okay.
I didn't. It is a Catalan commentary, but it is indeed available for everyone who is a YouTube Premium member. I've got some predictions in the chat too here, Spence. A lot of them, actually. Alia, same as Mark, 4-0. Bruna, 5-1. Labota Massi says 5-0. We've got Pilita Malagita saying 3-0. 5-2. We don't do clean sheets, says Mac Lumbist. And yeah, Labota Massi says, we got this, Barça. We're seeing some images of the dressing room. The players, however, are down in the tunnel, just preparing for this one before we head over to game commentary. Rafinha is going to captain Barça this late afternoon for this one. Leads the team out, of course, with certain Barça players who are still out missing. Frankie de Jong is also one of those on the bench. Eric Garcia for now has got the nod in the heart of midfield. Spotify. Spotify Cup not looking great against Spence, and it's just so great for us to be back there.
I know. I'm watching that game against.
And we're going to go to game commentary. Apologies. Here we go, people. It's time for Matchday 16 in the La Liga season. It's Barça versus Osasuna. Barça looking to go 7 points clear at the top of the standings before Madrid play tomorrow evening, and they're going to try and do so against an Osasuna side yet to win on the road this season. A reminder, Barça have won all 4 of their previous games, but they've done so in all competitions coming from a goal down. Let's see if that changes today. Spence, without a doubt, different sort of test this for Barça against an Osasuna side who are expecting to sit a little bit deeper. They're playing with a back 5. What can we expect from today's encounter?
Different test. I think the starting 11s that we've seen tonight put out by both managers heavily favors Barça, whereas we normally say Barça are pretty decent favorites. Tonight I feel like this is a game for them to go out and attack and perhaps actually get right defensively if they can just stay set in the way that we're looking for them to do. So big matchup on task today for especially this back line, and we'll see if that front 3 can break down what Osasuna are trying to do, which is put a back 5 out there.
And there you have it, Barca lineup for you. Joan Garcia, Koundé, Kovacic, Gerard Martin and Balde. Only 2 changes for Hansi Flick from the win over Eintracht in the Champions League. Eric and Pedri in midfield with Rafinha just in front of them. Lamine Yamal, Ferran Torres and Rashford up front. Rashford, great impact from him, I thought, the other night. Spence off the bench against Frankfurt, and Ferran also gets the nod up front. He's Barça's top scorer in all competitions this season and indeed in LaLiga.
Yeah, we're looking for a number of these players to make an impact up front like they're used to doing. My biggest question is who, if more than one player slots into that midfield attacking role today. I think we might see some rotations. We might end up seeing, well, Rafinha seems to be best suited for that as well, but Ferran can drop in a little bit. Even Rashford at times, if he wanted to, can get a little bit more central and make things happen. And of course, Lamine will just be causing chaos out on the wing.
Yeah, 100%. We've got a few things for kick-off. And you're going to see an image of it here. Pedri is going to hand over an MVP award in just a few moments' time. You'll see it on your live streams in just a moment. We're also going to have a minute of silence before this game. So we're going to have a few pre-match activities here. We can see President Joan Laporta in the stands. There's no Chesney for this game. He is out for it. Now we will indeed have the moment of silence just before this one gets underway. This is a moment of silence for ex-Barça vice president of the club, Gabriel Masforol. He was the ex-vice president between 2000 and 2003, and there was also of the foundation between 2010 and 2015. May he rest in peace. We'll observe this, of course. Beautifully observed there at the Spotify Camp now holding just over 45,000 fans. It's been a real fortress of Barça so far. I think we may have some exciting images to show you too in just a few moments' time, so watch out for those people before we get ourselves underway in La Liga. It's another 6:30 p.m. local time kickoff here. It's Barça versus Osasuna. Osasuna, well, they've got good players. I will say that, Spence. They're players like Aymar Roth, Ante Bulimir. I'm a big fan of both of those, for example, who Barça will still have to be wary about here.
Yeah, they've got a lot of chemistry and players who have been playing with each other for quite some time. A little throwback on the kits today for Osasuna. A nice white, almost early 90s looking kit for them. I like what's in store today. Let's get this thing going. Let's see if Barça can get out on the right foot early.
Underway here at the Spotify Camp now, and then Barça are going to be kicking from left to right in this opening 45 minutes. I can see all of you in the live chat as always. Lots of you, by the way, over 5,500 watching us live currently on YouTube. This is Koundé on the ball here, the hero of Tuesday night with those 2 goals. What a bizarre, great moment for Barça, wasn't that? Spence on a Tuesday, Koundé, the most unlikely of heroes popping up. And of course, pitchside, we also have Mr. Marek Brau. Marek, you in position for this one?
Hi again, guys. I'm next to the goal where Joan Garcia is right now. And for the moment, I have to say that it's surprising that Osasuna is pressing very high, putting Barca players inside the box. And for the moment, very brave
the team coached by Alessio Lesci, who have to say that last season he did it very good with Mirandés in the second division. He was very close to promoted to La Liga with Mirandés. So for the moment, Osasuna make a very brave way of playing, but Barça also will have the quality to make the counter attacks. I have to say that stadium is pretty full of people. The halftime we will know exactly the attendance, but I think that we were closer for the 45,000 people that are permitted to be right now at the Spotify camp. Now, as you can listen from my microphone, the Barca fans are trying to help the team just for the beginning.
Yeah, thank you very much. Marek, of course, will be interacting with you as the game goes on. Here's Eddie Garcia up to Rafinha. Was he fouled? Referee says no. Well, Spence, we have our first question in the members live chat. I'll whack it to you. I'll whack it to Mark in a few moments too. Who will be the first scorer? Already over 500 votes on it. You've got Lamine, Rafinha, Rashford and Ferran. I'd say a pretty exciting front four. I'll go to you first, Spence. Who have you got for me?
I've already voted, and I'm taking Rafinha.
Okay.
I like a
Straight
Rafinha
away.
goal today.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Although obviously the early leader in the clubhouse is not Rafinha. Big shocker.
Control room is saying Ferran. You're going Rafinha. Mark, first scorer today. Thoughts?
I will go with the Shark. He's on fire in La Liga right now. Third hat-trick in his Barca career last week against Betis. 13 goals this season, 11 in La Liga. He's the second top scorer in La Liga. Remember, without shooting the penalties. Of course, I don't want to say that Mbappé is not the good top scorer because he's really doing a great season. But it's good also for Ferran to score 11 goals and not taking the penalties. I want to say just one tactical thing, guys. For the moment, we can say Lamine Yamal playing at the right, and it's Rafinha who's playing in the middle as an attacking midfielder.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Rafinha more in that number 10 role. Lamine Yamal is remaining wide right where he often is. We did see against Betis, Rooney was on the right. Lamine was in the number 10 role. I've gone for Rashford, by the way, for first scorer. Why not? Let's see a Rashford goal today.
Everybody got picked then.
Who do we have? Yeah, they did. Yeah, was it a full house? Well,
Look
watch
out.
here.
Oh, here he
Barca
is.
could be in immediately. There's Ferran Torres is in, and well, I thought that was the moment, just taken off his toe at the last minute.
Yeah, that was that was an opportunity for Rashford. I thought, shoot, he decided to do the unselfish thing and go for Ferran, who just couldn't quite keep it under control.
Ferran Jaws Torres, says Mac Lumbis. Yeah, the shark is indeed waiting. He's waiting for his goal, people. He's already got 13 this season in all competitions.
Dun-dun.
In comes the corner by Rashford. It was in towards Ferran at the front post. It's struck away by Bretones, and Pedri will go and retrieve things for Barca. Spence again, Pedri next to Eddie Garcia. Flick seems to be pretty happy with those two as the midfield pairing right now. Frenkie de Jong on the bench again for today's game.
Yeah, it's good for me. I mean, they seem to have a nice chemistry, as you said. They both like to play a little bit deeper than your normal average midfielder, and that gives more space to the four who are doing the work up front, I think. Especially if Osasuna are going to press at times in this game, their distribution skills will be that much more important. And that actually makes more sense with the back five of Osasuna. We've been saying, well, they're going to sit tight and defend.
Yeah.
And they are going to do that when the ball is here where it is now, which is in Barca's attacking half. But if they're going to go back five, it does make sense for them to press higher up the pitch. It just leaves themselves potentially vulnerable if they get beat.
Here comes Rashford. Yeah, let's see how Osasuna do line up. They are playing pretty deep right now, but certainly that's when they're out of possession. Let's see how much they can hurt Barca coming forward themselves. Here comes Lamine Yamal then for Barca, trying to cut inside onto his left foot. Leaves it for Koundé, whose cross is blocked, and it's behind for a Barca corner. First of the game then, or second of the game, I should say, first on that side, inside the opening 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Remember, the Barca is doing. Sorry, Spence. Barca. I want to say just that Barca is doing quite good with the set pieces. Remember that we have scored many important goals for the corner kick. Lewandowski against Celta and Koundé against Eintracht, the last two ones.
Yeah, absolutely right. Well, it's Rafinha who is going to be over this one with the arm, and then by Rafinha. Was it flicked on? It wasn't. Osasuna survive. Hacked clear. Results of the poll are in. People that look like a handball to me by Eddie Garcia. It was. Spence, this always happens. Lamine Yamal's got 53%, Rafinha's got 28%, Ferran has 11%, Rashford has 8%. There were some nearly 3,000 votes in the chat.
53%. That doesn't come as much of a surprise.
No, and he often has more than that, I will say. The popular figure in the Barça fan base, as you could expect. You're seeing images there of Hansi Flick. By the way, the Flick cam, we're going to have his reactions to the goals today too.
Flick cam.
There is Balde, who controls well, drives up the pit field too. Balde laid off now to Pedri. Pedri inside here to Pau Cubarsí. Cubarsi's got options wide. He drops it off to Rafinha, who is dropping deep. I think you're right about what you said about Pedri and Eric. They're happy to drop off and leave all that room to the attacking front four. And Barça have got a very attack-minded front four on today. Not even a someone like an Olmo or Fermin, who you describe more as a midfielder maybe. It's, well, 4 straight attackers. And I get the feeling maybe Flick's thinking, well, if Osasuna are going to line up with 5 at the back, let's try and at least put some numbers in there to try and challenge them.
Yeah. I don't have anything to add to that. I like it. I like it. Let's see what this front 3 can do here. They seem to be attacking early on.
From Rashford. Did he keep that in, Spence? I'm not sure he did. Goal kick. No. Yeah, they are bursting forward early on. Let's hope we see a Rashford in hot form today too, who is bursting up the field on the left-hand side. He couldn't quite keep it up. I'm not sure all the ball. Yeah, I'm not sure all the balls. They often do that. They do often do that. Lewandowski's on the bench. We have our first question, people. What will the key of the game be in the members live chat? Let us know. Try not to have to make a comeback. I like that one because that's been the very much the case, hasn't it, in the last 4 games. Use the November MVP, Lamine Yamal. I think we saw those images. If not, we'll see them too. Feed off the Spotify Camp Nou energy. Spence, out of those 3, which one would you stick with?
I would like to eliminate a couple of those because anything that says we have to try not to do something is not a key to the game for me. So, number 1, out. And honestly, the energy in the stadium, although it's great to be back at the Camp Nou, it doesn't make, for me, and I think for the players, I think they're happy to be at home in Barcelona, whether it's at Montjuic or whether it's here. But here's the guy who unfortunately couldn't pay off the highlight.
There is the nearly the use of the November MVP, Lamine Yamal, MVP of the month, trying to dance his way through that.
So that I'd actually like to throw something out there because I've been gone for a while, but I have a story to come back to. But hold that
We'll
thought.
see that in a moment here because here comes Rashford. He bumped. Well, referee says no. You're adamant it was Spence. Rashford's furious on the deck there. He's certainly got a bump. They're often not given those, are they? Just and sometimes maybe they should be.
50-50
Also,
replay
fans
says
on the stands are very angry with this. Let's gonna know if in the VAR with Del Cerro Grande today, so we have to stay calm. We'll
Mark,
check it.
you are extremely calm. So, is that you? Are we sure that have you changed?
Yeah, for sure. Be careful.
Well, watch out. Osasuna clean through if they hurry. It's Bulimidi. He's going to have to cut back. Option at the back post was Vitor Munoz. He didn't find
The referee says nothing. On Rashford, he is doing the gesture with the hands, shaking the hands, saying there's nothing. I have to say that I'm not pretty sure it was a penalty. I was very far from the action, but I didn't think it was a one.
Wow.
Look at him go, He's
I'm a new one,
a New Year's resolution. New year, new mark.
One.
Although we're not.
Yeah,
we're not the new
I'm
year
a I'm a father right now. I have more responsibilities and I'm more respectful.
So that's all it took, huh? Just have a kid.
Oh, look at Rashford here. He beats his man on the byline. Will it find Ferran? No, it doesn't. Barça really starting to push up here on the Osasuna goal. It's Pedri now. Pedri dancing feet. Can he get the cut back? Yes, he does. Who's waiting? It's Lamine Yamal. 2 on him as always. Trying to find a gap. Finds it. Look at this for an interchange. Barça. Well, there's barely any space there, Spence. They're still trying to find a way through in that pass from Cubarsí. Not quite coming off. And Osasuna survive. They're going to put it all the way back, though, for that advantage. Free kick, Osasuna.
But it's looking good. When they're in the box, they're getting enough time and space to make a decision. Now they have to start making the right runs and the right decisions, too. Because Osasuna are clearly putting multiple defenders on the biggest threats. They've got Lamine seemingly bottled up on the right-hand side. I could see how that could be a penalty on like the third look.
Yeah.
But
What were your overall thoughts on that?
There's a little bit of a clip there, but I don't know that it's enough to overturn what was already called on the pitch,
Okay.
which was no penalty. So play on. Let's keep it moving.
You and Mark agree.
We usually
but
did it. Just
Yeah, but
to be more
I didn't see the replay. I have to say for the first time I didn't see the replay. But guys, I have to say that for the moment, maybe the game plan right now it was more expected, not the first minutes when Osasuna pressed very high. And now it's the game that we expected with the line of 5 at the back for Osasuna and Barça. Have to be very, very effective with the ball, with a good clarity in the passes, because there are not many spaces just behind the defense of Osasuna. So we will have to be in a very good quality today with the pass.
Well, it has to be quick. There have to be quick off-ball movements. It has to be one-touch or two-touch football at most, because if you slow it down, there are too many defenders getting in the way. And we just saw that last interchange between Koundé and Lamine. Lamine gave the ball to Koundé when there were 2 men on him. He then made a run right off of it. Koundé tried to give it right back. It almost worked, because in addition to making the right play, you also might need the right fortunate bounce of the football.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think when you're up against sides who you're never going to sit deep, you have to move the ball quickly. I mean, it's exactly what they want. If they see a side playing slow side-to-side football, they'll thrive on that, and Osasuna will grow in belief as the game goes on. But I will say, Barça for me have been playing really good football in recent weeks. I'm still confident. I'm hoping we get the clean sheet today, Spence, as I said in my prediction. And hopefully then the goals go in down the other end. How about this? Gerard Martin again at centre-back, Spence. I want to get your thoughts on that. So I've spoken a lot about to Alex about that pairing in recent weeks. Oh, as
Sorry, Pedri.
Pedri takes a little bit of a knock. Probably not for the first time today with...
How's that? Gotta be.
As well, maybe not more on that in a moment, Spence, because here comes Lamine Koundé. But those two, Spence, I think Barça have had a few problems at centre-back all season, maybe in terms of finding the right combination, right? Just feels like Flick has got a little bit of a base now with those two that he thinks, yeah, this is working quite nicely for me. And he's tried something new with Gerard Martin there too.
Yeah, I was going to say it when we were talking about what Lamine and some of the other attacking players are doing right now in this moment, which is that you have to take risks, especially if you want to break down a back 5, right? You got to that's your job as an attacking player. You have to take risks. And let's see if before we get to the second portion of that point that they do that here.
Yeah, here comes Lamine Yamal. Nice little ball up that to Rafinha, who's enjoying himself so far in the number 10 position. It's still Rafinha. There's about 3 white shirts, though, aren't there, around every player, Spence. If you get past 2, then another one sweeps in.
Yeah, but that's okay. Again, taking risks, just seeing if you can create something special on the ball. And it's okay if you lose the ball. So along those lines, taking risks, we're getting a good look at Hansi right now. I think doing something like starting Gerard Martin at center back and trying him out at that position, not just for one game but for a couple, is a proper risk, right? You got to try new things if things aren't working. And the back line and the defensive line has been difficult this season, so try something.
Well, what a ball that is, but Lamine Ferran's in! Oh, best chance of the game so far by some distance. Ferran Torres nearly on the mark there. What a brilliant little ball that was by Lamine Yamal. Couldn't quite find the finish though, Ferran.
Oh, it was beautiful, and it was Sergio Herrera, the keeper, who was caught in a world of trouble because he wasn't sure what to do with Ferran, who was right in front of him onside, and Ferran actually ended up defending it more than he actually helped it on into the net. Oh, look who's here.
Andres Iniesta's in attendance. There you go. Spence, it felt like one of those where you almost needed to get less on it. I think you got too much contact. You need to almost help it on its way.
Or even because Herrera was so put off by the cross, there's a chance that he could have even let that go completely, and it would have been Lamine's goal, and it just bounces through. I've seen that before in LaLiga. It's a kind of a ghost goal, if you will.
Ferran nearly on the mark there. Mark, that was probably the closest Barça have come, I'd say. Ferran nearly getting in there again. Lovely ball by Lamine. Couldn't quite come off for Barça, though.
Yeah, and now it's a good defensive action by Marcus Rashford, and I think that this is one of the kind of actions that Barça has to do. Of course, when you have 5 players at the back on the other side, you have to play very well Also, the wingers had to do many things, and also that kind of crosses that Lamine Yamal does absolutely amazing. It could be one of the key of the game. We have to be careful with this. You were gonna watch in a few seconds. Yeah, that Budimir, the top scorer of Osasuna, was very close to score, but it was not a tough action by Joan Garcia. But as always, he was very sure to catch the ball. But as I said, it's important also for the wings to have these spaces, and also that kind of actions that Lamine Yamal always does incredibly well. Today could be good option. That crosses also at the back of the defense.
100%. Maybe that's a little way in for Barça. Crosses from deep, just to catch out the Osasuna back line, who potentially could be sleeping back there with all of the ball watching and running around they're going to have to be doing this evening. Here comes Gerard Martin. Wide is Rashford. He's going to have to try and step into that. He does. Balde now on the ball to link up well with Rashford. I seem to think these two link up quite well, Rashford and Balde, from what I've seen so far this season. Let's see if that can be more of the case today. Nice what Flick said about Rashford too in his pre-match press conference for this one. He said Rashford never complains if I explain to him why he doesn't play. He just accepts it and says whatever's best for the team. Certainly come here with the right mentality, Marcus Rashford. And there's his cross away at the front post by Boyomo now. Osasuna can clear. That's pretty much all they're doing right now, though. Spence clearing, and then Barça going to come straight back again.
Yeah, and that's what they want at the moment. They want to absorb as much of this first half as possible, and then if they get their chance to break like they did with Budimir, they'll take it. But you go back to Rashford and what he's been able to do, I think you're right. He started as the clear bench option for Barça, and because of the way that he's played and when his number's been called, he answered the bell. That Newcastle game for me stands out more than anything. He's the guy at that position now. I'm happy to see him, again, take risks and just do his thing.
Oh, talking about taking risks. Here comes Lamine Yamal. The flip-flap on the touchline there. Now Koundé. Eric, it's a game of patience this for Barça. Attack versus defence rituals. That's what they would have been doing all throughout the week. And that little touch up there by Rafinha hasn't quite come down. Yeah, I mean, Rashford, Mark, am I right in saying 9 assists for Rashford this season? It's a very good return.
Yeah, it's the top assistant of the season. 9 for Marcus Rashford, 8 for Lamine Yamal. Both of them assist in the last game against Eintracht. And yeah, sometimes when you have to keep to talk about a player, of course, when it's a forward, you're always only looking on the goals that he scored. And for the moment, remember that Rashford has scored 6 goals for the Champions League. But also, we have to take a look on the assists. And also, especially when he's your first season at Barca, when you're coming for another very different league as Premier League is, I have to say that maybe these first months, I can understand why Hansi Flick is happy with the Englishman.
100%. Well, let's watch out here because here come Osasuna themselves. That's a wonderful ball to the back post. Ball they made again. On the mark, but straight at Joan Garcia. 2 chances for him now there, Spence, and he's squandered both of them.
Yeah, well, he's put both of them on target, which is what you would expect him to do. He's probably their most consistent player, Budimir. I mean, not just in terms of goal scoring, but being in the right place and always providing that option up front. And they need that today, Osasuna.
We got a question coming in, people, if we could have that in just a few minutes' time. There it is in the chat. What's your favourite thing about Batman Garcia's season? I'm not sure who came up with a nickname for that. Whoever did, make yourselves known in the members live chat, because thank you, because I know me and Robert have been enjoying it a lot since. Batman Garcia, is it the fact that he can play in multiple positions? Well, maybe. We'll watch out here. Pedri strikes straight at Herrera. His leadership on the pitch. Of the unexpected surge he's made this season. Of course, we had his renewal. That was a programme here we showed live on Thursday. He renewed until 2031. Clearly a vital cog in Flick's system right now, Spence. And, I mean, his rise has been like that, right, hasn't it? I think, especially this season for me, the quality and the trust he's got from Hansi Flick has been great.
Yeah, anybody who wants to quote me on it can know that for several years now I've been on the Eric Garcia train. I was probably the conductor at one point when things weren't going so well, and he was picking up, what was it, red cards or handballs against Frankfurt a couple years ago in the Europa League kind of thing. But you know what? This dude does all of those things right. He does play multiple positions, and for me, the surge was not expected. It was very expected. His leadership on the pitch is huge. If we're talking strictly about Batman, then I guess the answer has to be 1, because Batman, you know, he's got a whole lot in that utility belt. So
you can talk about just Eric Garcia.
No, but the question is very clear.
Batman Garcia. Watch out here. Here comes Balde trying to get around the back. Continue.
Multiple positions, utility belt. That's the answer, right?
Spencer's going for 1. Let's see what you guys are going for. Yeah, Pirita Malaguita agrees 1. Elmir Days agrees 1. And I think that's so impressive of how well he's done in those positions this season. For me, Spence has been great. Right back last season, I thought he was excellent when Koundé was injured, latter stage of the season. And this time around, in that little number 6 role that he's playing right now, almost double pivot next to Pedri. I think he's been wonderful. That's a nice ball wide, isn't it? From Rafinha
Saucy.
over to Rashford, setting the Englishman up here. Rashford to choreograph, wasn't it? Really, that pass back.
Because
to,
you called him the Englishman.
And he said, "Yeah, you want to see it? You Did you want to see Englishman? Have that."
It's coming home, boys.
Here's Eddie Garcia. Here he comes. Well, if he smashes this in, he nearly did. Eddie Garcia just wide. Can you imagine?
Remember
the
that Eric
question on the
Garcia,
screen.
remember that he has not scored any single goal at the Spotify Camp Nou. Is the only thing that maybe he has to do. All the goals scored by Eric Garcia were away or in Montjuic. At least for the moment, Eric Garcia has only scored 1 goal at home, and it was in the Clásico last year against Real Madrid. But remember, he has renewed his contract last Thursday until 2031. And why not today, Eric Garcia, to celebrate this new contract with a goal, the first one here at the Spotify Camp Nou, the stadium where he came since she was a child.
He whacked that one in, Spence. Here comes Barça again. Rafinha's in now. He's got Ferran through the roll.
I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it.
The run didn't really open up, did it? The angle for the pass, I feel that.
Yeah. I love when Barca just get their kicks in from outside the box. Honestly.
That's a nice switch again from Pedri to Lamine Yamal. Oh, he's got it where he likes it
Have
now.
it.
Lamine Yamal. Good save by Herrera. Beaten away. Falls to Pedri. Barca starting to rack up now the attempts on Herrera's goal. Koundé's in again. Vital touch, I think, by Bretones. Out for a corner.
This is another story, guys. Another story on the Spotify Camp Nou. As you can notice from the atmosphere, believes that the goal is going to come in the next minutes.
Sorry, Spencer, you were saying?
What was I saying?
You were going to make a point, I think, before Brau came in.
I don't remember.
Oh, sorry. Rafinha on the corner. Maybe you'll see it after. Maybe it'll be after this goal. Pedri takes it short. Lamine Yamal controls. Stands up his man. Ooh, look at the space Rafinha's in. Big chance here. Rafinha delays. Rafinha, and then the chance had maybe gone. Ferran's in. Ferran scores. The flag has stayed down, and Barca take the lead at the Spotify Camp Nou. Ferran says, "Can you hear me?" Barca take the lead. We'll have a look in a few moments whether that's going to be offside or not. As it were, Barca lead by 1-0. Ferran Torres. It's got his 14th of the season.
12 goals in La Liga for Ferran Torres, the Shark. As I said, he will be the first scorer of the game. And of course, for the moment, VAR is checking the position of Ferran Torres. What a cross and by a header by Ferran Torres. 12 goals in 17 games. What a start of the season for him. And as you said, Pablo, 14 goals scored this season for Ferran Torres, who also has scored the last games here at the Spotify Camp Nou against Athletic and against Atletico de Madrid. You said it's good Spence. So the first goal is so important. And I want to know what is my gift to say the good answer about who will be the first scorer of the game. I said Ferran, and it was Ferran, definitely.
There you go. Marek Spence, that's onside. That's going to count. Barca lead in the Spotify Camp Nou. That was Rashford, I think, by the way. So Marek, 10th assist of the season for Rashford, and Spence right on the money there. Ferran, exactly what Barca wanted right at this stage of the game.
That was perfection, and you could see that back line of 5 that Osasuna had been setting works all well and good until the ball gets knocked around, and this is just being confirmed and checked. But this should stand. There shouldn't be any problem here unless there's a second pass.
They're checking, I think, from the corner when they took the short corner here.
That's possible. We didn't get a replay of that. As far as the pass to Ferran is concerned, no issues. But if there's a second pass that's causing problems, that's another story.
That's what it seems like, Spence, I will say. So everyone just hold your horses a moment here because, well, they're going to check this and they're going to rule it out.
Offside.
Offside.
Well, have you seen the replay?
That's tough.
Marek, that wasn't for the cross. That was for... That's unbelievable.
Wait, what?
That's unbelievable. So when Lamine makes
where
that...
Where was the offside?
Marek, it's from when we take the short corner, when Lamine gives it back to Rafinha. It was a backwards pass, but Rafinha's trailing foot was behind Lamine from the corner. Unbelievable.
Seriously? But it doesn't even look.
It's exactly what I was wondering too. We just heard Robert saying, can it be offside from a backwards pass? Well,
But it doesn't even look offside.
it was very tight. It was very tight, that's for sure.
If you're behind the ball, then you can't be offside. If you're behind the
for sure.
ball.
Well, the fact is, how many things the referee for Madrid, I want to remember you, Carlos del Cerro Grande, the VR, the referee for Madrid, how many things he checked? Remember that was the referee who put Lewandowski with one of the biggest foot on earth last season in the game against Real Sociedad.
Here we go.
He's back. Don't
He
worry.
held on. He held on as long as he
Don't
could.
worry. He hasn't gone anywhere. He was very attentive there, wasn't he? He said, he said Ferran was onside. Well, guess what I'll do? I'll see if the short corner was. And
That's very.
he said it wasn't. We're going to see the images. I think. Oh, what a pass by Eric. Rashford's nearly in. I think his trailing boot Spence was behind the in front of the ball. Sorry. From the short corner. It's one of the most bizarre offsides I've seen in a long time.
Right, so here's our.
Look at this here. You see what I mean? Yeah. My God. That is incredible. It's his trailing boot mark that was just offside. And yeah, we have the rule here. Yes, a player can be offside from a backwards pass, as the direction of the pass itself doesn't matter for offside. It's about the player's position relative to the second to last defender and the ball at the moment that it's played. So there you have it.
I mean, if the foot
Thank
is
you, Lord.
there, that's checks out. It's
There
not
you-
wrong.
There you go. Bizarre offside. That's the play on here, and Barça still looking for their opening goal. It's not Ferran's 14th of the season then, and that came at such a good time as
It
well.
will come.
for Barça.
It will come again.
It really did.
I want to be right. I want to be right to say Ferran who was the first scorer, but I didn't count on my friend on the VR. But yet, as you said, it's offside. It's offside. We have to recognize. We don't have to lie. So bizarre offside, but it's offside. So we have to keep going.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, it's it's unfortunate. I would equate that sort of offside to like a ticky-tack foul at the very edge of the box when the player is running away from goal and he gets touched and it turns into a penalty. Like the furthest corner possible from goal.
Yeah.
And there's because like that offside itself obviously is not the reason that offside was invented.
Yeah. It doesn't really affect the play at all. Yeah. There's Balde's cross again. It comes all the way through to Lamine. Barça still now hunting for that goal then, aren't they? It's going to fall to Pedri. Osasuna. The good thing for Barça is we're tiring them out. Pedri waits for the space, finds it. Rashford leaves it, but he actually took a bit of the pace off the ball, didn't he, with his flick. And now, Osasuna themselves, what a run this is by Victor Munoz. Look at the pace he's showing. And referee waves it away. He says nothing.
He said he dives. Remember that Victor Munoz was a former player from La Masia, who also played for Real Madrid last season, and he had a big attempt in the Clásico played in Montjuic at the last minutes.
Yeah, massive chance. Should have scored. Here comes Lamine. Dink to the back post. Someone really should be there in Barça red and blue. I'm going to be honest with you. That's where Ferran should be, wasn't.
I don't know how you see Lamine right now compared to the last couple of games, but he looks fresh. He looks really feisty and sparky on the ball right now.
He's taking players on with a lot of confidence. He's looking sharp, I agree. I do agree. I think there was a little bit of a period with the little niggles he was having and whatnot, but I think right now, very much looking back to his best, and you can see they're doubling up on him all the time, aren't they, Spence? There's always 2 or 3 white shirts around Lamine whenever he gets on the ball. And Barça still trying to use him at every chance they can down that right-hand side. Now they're coming on the left with Rashford. No assist for him either then yet. Now Pedri, here we go again. Lamine Yamal. Always try the outside of the boot. It's easy for him. He's trying it. Herrera just trying to bark some orders at his team. They're going to go all the way long here towards Budimir. But Osasuna right now, since the few Budimir chances we saw spent, it's not really showing much going forward themselves, I must say.
No, and that's to be expected. I think the game plan for this first half was to try and put up a clean sheet from their perspective.
Yeah.
And then see if they can go attack the game or find 1 or 2 chances in the first half, maybe a few more in the second half on the counter. Right now it's about defending.
15 minutes away from achieving that feat. Here's Pedri. I must say, Barça playing good football though. And moving the defence around. They're starting to get chances. Just need one of them in the back of the net. That Ferran header, we didn't expect it to be ruled out. Once we saw the first image, we were all here celebrating, dancing in the studio, and there you go. Straight back at us. It was chalked off.
This Gerard Martin centre back experiment so far for me is working.
Yeah, it's
quite
good.
well.
It's good. And you can see it, people. You can fill those. You can fill the chat with hearts. Get them in there. We need the Barça support now. Let's see how many blue and red hearts we can get in the chat as Barça push for their open. And maybe now it will come through Koundé. There was Ferran. And it fell into the hands of Herrera in the end.
Ferran ended up in the net.
The ball.
Can we celebrate that?
Watch out here, he's quick. Munoz, and he's in behind Gerard Martin, who got a touch, and it's not enough of a touch. Still Munoz, that's surely
Flag.
offside on Budimir. It's a super save by Joan Garcia anyway.
And it's offside.
Goes up, yeah. What a save, man.
Yeah, it's offside. Yeah, it's offside. But as always, Joan Garcia saved for other reason. Remember that against Eintracht, he saved an action that finally was an offside. But after the replay, at the first half, we checked that it was not an offside. So well done for Joan Garcia as always. With a lot of security that he had to us. So, guys, it's a pity the goal disallowed because it was very important, that kind of game to score very early. So I think it's quite important for Barça at least to score one goal before the half-time.
You can see plenty of you with your hearts in the chat. Maybe next time the ball goes out, Spence will welcome a few of those new members too with a little song we like to play along. So we'll do that in a few moments' time. For now, the Barça are breaking forward with Rashford. Deflection, corner for Barça. Again, Rashford's going to go out there and take it.
All right, be very careful now with this corner. And the delivery to the short corner and return pass.
As well as the hearts, we've got lots of Joan Garcia emojis in the chat too, which I'm loving, by the way. Thank you, people. He is Barça Superman in goal. Here comes Rashford. Just delayed by the referee. He's seen something in the box he didn't like. A bit of a tussle. Puts his hand up, pleads his innocence.
Oh boy, here we go again.
Did we just?
I told you.
Did we just do that again?
I told you. If this ends up in the net, we're just gonna have to take a look because we don't know.
Here comes Pedri.
You know
what's funny, Spence? From now on, I never really. Watch out, Balde, and yeah, well, I think we had a feeling where that was going to end up. I never really picked up on those from short corners. From now on, I'm always going to be thinking about that, just because that disallowed goal. So, there you go, Spence. How about welcoming some of our new members?
Go on.
You know what that means, people? Plenty of new members as I've just dropped my phone off the desk. We've got Linedo Jr. is here for us. Spence, interrupt me if it looks as though Barça are going to score themselves. Raimundo Rodriguez, 1486. Welcome, my
Raimundo!
Andres Roberti. That's a nice little name too. We have Sarvin Parti, 6559. This is Eric just blasted one over there himself. We have Giuseppe Emblasi, 8189. And Pedro Abdaya H9L. Thank you, all of you. Welcome to the family. Make yourselves known in the members live chat. You are indeed part of the Barça family. Spence, I missed that. What happened there? Did we just blaze a chance?
Yeah, Eric saw the Batman logo in a spotlight shown at the top of the Camp Nou where the stadium isn't finished construction yet, and so he shot the ball up there.
I said, Toma, no? Thanks for the update. Oh, that could be the first yellow of the game.
Tarjeta!
The first one of the game.
To do this.
Yeah. For Bretones. First one.
Yellow card.
Yeah.
I'm keeping this in my back pocket for months.
Oh, that's actually yours, isn't it? Yeah.
So is the flag, but I generously
handed it over. That's sweet of you.
let you keep it for a couple
So,
of months. I might
guys,
take it back now.
I have to say that I've seen the replay of the goal disallowed, and the only thing I want to say is that for the first thing, it's important for the referees to play at least one time football,
And the second thing, when now it's a head crash between Kubarsi and Budimir. And the only thing I want to say is that the rule of the offside, I think it was not invented for this.
No, that's what we said.
Of course, the rule is the rule.
Yeah.
But sometimes you have to make an interpretation of this. And yeah, of course, it was a goal against Barça. I can swear, I promise that I would say exactly the same. So that rule of the offside was not for this. But well, for the moment I have to say that it seems that Pau Kubarsi is fine, and also Ante Budimir. Remember that when there's a head crash, the referee has to stop the game. And for the moment it seems that everything is fine. So 9 minutes to go, and I think that all the stadium and also Barça were only thinking about the goal disallowed, and it's time to focus again. It's a little bit cold right now, the atmosphere and also the game.
Yeah, Barça could do with a little more love from their fans maybe inside the Spotify Camp Nou to push them on to get the opening goal. There was a clash of heads there between Budimir and Kubarsi. They're both okay. What will the score be at half-time? We're being asked from the control room. 0-0, 1-0 or 2-0. Is this going to be a game that Barça get the opening goal in now, or are we going to have to wait until the second half?
Yeah, no, I can see a 1-0 before halftime. I can definitely see it. I'll take 2.
I'd love to.
I mean, I'll take number 2 on this.
Okay.
Yeah, obviously, I would take 2 goals, but I'm going with 1-0 at halftime.
Yeah, that right. Here comes Pedri. Nice little flick to Rashford. Maybe now for Barça. No. Osasuna almost getting each other's way, but when they get moments like this to break out, they ought to use them. They haven't used it, and maybe now Barça can hit them when they're a little bit more exposed. That's a lovely switch by Gila Martin to Lamine Yamal. Ominous this for Osasuna. Rafinha deflection. Good block. Really smart block. And headed clear. Push, no? Referee says nothing.
Play on. Play ball.
Pedri again. He's got Balde wide. Down the line to Rashford. That was only one of those.
He's lively too, man.
He is lively. I don't know how you see it. I think Barca are playing good football. I think it's hard against a side who are sitting as deep as Osasuna are. Maybe we could just up the ante of the tempo a tad, but I still think we're playing fast enough football. Just need to get that goal. Start rack up the chances. Here they come again. Pedri into Koundé. On the same wavelength there as Lamine. And we recycle again.
They're playing into the spaces. They're looking for the spaces, which at this point is all you can ask for. It's still very early in this game, so no need to get into panic mode just yet.
Possession stats highly in Barca's favour, as you can imagine. We've won yet another corner. They keep racking up, don't they?
So guys, I think it's time to play with the Koundé card again. 2 goals scored by Koundé last game, so why not? Another header by our French defender.
Let's hope so, Mark. Corner going to be taken here by Rashford. Koundé will, of course, be one of those in the box. He's alongside Eric and Kubarsi in there. In by Rashford, away at the front post. What he will say is that Osasuna defensively, especially from set pieces, boy, are they good. And I want to say this little boy is very pacey, isn't he? Victor Munoz. Mark was mentioning him. Ex-La Masia, but of course ex-Real Madrid. And he is quick.
It's a combo, isn't it?
It is a good one.
He's from Barcelona.
Excellent.
He was born in Barcelona, so he played many years in La Masia. Then he went to Dam, Club de Football Dam, who was also a very important player, very important team for young players. So come on.
Oh, good ball that down the line by Lamine. Ferran Torres is in the channel. He's been forced a little bit wide, I'd say, for a number 9's liking. Now back to Lamine.
Take him on, take him.
Yeah, can he take him on? Instead he cuts inside. Now he goes back outside. Lamine, he's dancing through here. Lamine Yamal! Nearly unbelievable. Ferran! Oh, it's wide! And Barca still don't have the lead. I can't believe it. That would have been an unbelievable goal.
That
One of the goals of the season.
the greatest goal of the generation. Wow. That would have been insane. Are you serious?
Outrageous from Lamine.
Lamine zigging, zagging, stopping on a dime, and then the little deflection, and Ferran tries to go chilly, and he almost gets it. Wow.
Mark, that would have been one of the goals of the season, I think.
Yeah, for sure. How is this connection between Ferran and Lamine Yamal? Those young players, what a way to play football. But yeah, sometimes in that kind of games, when you are not very good in possession, when you are suffering a little bit, sometimes you need something or somebody to create. And we have the best one to do this, as is Lamine Yamal. And well, sometimes you are not very good generating items, and you have to keep the confidence in the quality.
5 minutes until the interval. You'd say Barça have done enough to be up here, Spence, but as it were, 5 minutes to go. We're still in search of that opening goal.
No, I'm not concerned yet. It's a long
You
game.
calm?
You just got to win this game by a singular goal. You'd like to win it as we predicted, 2-0, 3-0, 4-1, whatever.
Well, that's a swing to the back post, which has caused a few issues here. Kubarsi with a good rise at the second ball there.
Well,
Kunde's got to be awfully careful. It looked like a foul to me. It was a foul. There you go. Scare evaded.
What do we do?
Yeah.
This is just that is my biggest pet peeve in this entire sport.
Yeah.
This right here, okay, it's a clear foul, right? It's Barca are about to get the ball and start going the other way, which they're doing now. I'll get back to it. But come on.
Yeah, Balde, more on that in a moment. I think I know what you're going to say. Here's Rashford. Switches on again. Keep looking for Lamine, don't they? And rightfully so. You said it earlier, Spence. He looks in the mood. His little dink in there towards Ferran doesn't quite come off. Oh, good tackle from Eric. Love to see that. He's playing well again in central midfield. Pedri now.
I won't beat it into the ground. The idea is that when you commit a foul, you are not allowed to touch the ball twice like that and take it away from the team that's about to bring it back into play. It's just not.
Yeah, but there's a person on the pitch who has the possibility to say you cannot do this.
Yeah, no,
And to,
we're
for example,
aware.
to show you a yellow card, for example.
Yeah.
It should be a booking. It should be, yeah.
Or I mean, it's usually a warning first, but if I was refereeing,
You'd be one of those, yes, straight into the book. Just have that.
I would say that's not
I can
allowed.
imagine. What a cross. Lamine's in. I think that's going to be a goal kick, actually, because it came
Offside.
off Lamine. Last minute it was offside anyway, as Maddox says. That's a good idea, though, that deep cross from Gerard Martin. It did come off Lamine, but as he was from an offside position, it won't count.
A lot of whistling going on. Is it because of the amount of time that Herrera's taking to get the ball back into play?
Feels like it, doesn't it? Yeah, Maddox was saying a few moments ago the atmosphere is becoming a little bit frustrated, a little bit cold, I think was the word he used. I just think Barça, after the goal that was disallowed, the fans probably feeling a little bit frustrated. And these sorts of games, well, they can be that way, can't they? But mid-December, you've got to get your points in. You've got to get the job done. I said it earlier as well, Spence. We have to take advantage of the situation we're in right now. We need to put even more pressure on Madrid. We can go 7 points clear with a victory today. There's Rashford's cross. Look who was in there again. It was Koundé trying to get his third goal in the space of a few days. Now Rafinha.
Bring it back.
Well, options were there, weren't they? Rafinha couldn't find them. Now he does with Lamine. It's a relentless Barça onslaught, nearly. I'm seeing a lot of nice emojis in the chat, though, actually, from the people, which is good to see. I'm a fan. And look at that. Look at all the Barça love in there. You're using your flags. You've got your Visca Barças. And you've got the hearts in there, too. I'm liking it, people. Keep the support going. We need it. Lewandowski lurking on the bench there, Spence. Got the feeling it could be one of his games.
Every game is his game.
For a Barça throw. Referee's overruled his man. Trying a new approach towards the end of the half. I like
Yeah,
it.
just trying to mix it up here. You know, getting comfortable. We look comfortable in attack, I have to say. We really do. This is why I'm not concerned yet.
Pedri wide for Rashford. Rashford down the line here for Balde.
Oh!
Okay, yeah.
Let's gonna count how many seconds will Herrera take. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Walk it to the other side.
9,
Oh, wow.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 seconds.
I've
Just to
seen
count.
worse.
I mean, that's technically that's within the rules what he did, Mark.
Yeah, but if you want, we want to count every time he's doing. No, just to say that the last game against Atletico de Madrid, Joan Garcia was booked. Just
Also, Mark,
the first time.
you counted 18 seconds, but from when you started, the clock only went 14 seconds.
Okay. Well, guys, the other time it's 3 minutes. 3 minutes of other time. So I think it's fair. One for the VAR and the other 2 minutes for Herrera.
3 additional minutes. Marco's
Nothing
bringing
to say.
he's bringing his
Nothing to say.
feisty side today. I don't mind it. I don't mind
I
it.
think I bring it out in him.
I think you have. I'm going to be honest with you. You have. Because you told him that he changed a little bit, and he said, "Have this."
He said, "I haven't changed a bit."
Kubarsi. Imagine a goal
Sure.
from him today. Kubarsi
Sure.
over.
I mean, no, but sure.
I think Osasuna will be happy that 45th minute they're forcing us into those sorts of positions right now, aren't they, Spence? And they are able to get Barça to a point where their centre backs having to shoot from some distance. Seeing Lamin's dancing feet earlier, this was nearly the moment, wasn't it? Maybe the closest Barça have come, other than, of course, that goal that was ruled out for offside. Again, it was Ferran.
Oh, that was almost. It's so beautiful. Gotta get at it.
Fans knew it too. Osasuna taking their times.
I have a feeling it's going to be a 0-0 halftime scoreline.
Yeah, it looks like it isn't. It looks like Barça are going to have to do their job in the second half in this one. Oh, look at that from Pedri. Nice little flick. Bulimir. Good pace from Gerard Martin.
Yeah, that's what
Love
I
it.
was going to say. The pace that he brings to the back line is something new. Oh, that's a mistake from Kunde.
It was, yeah. Throw in. Ryan Garcia saved it.
Yeah.
That was excellent from Gerard Martin. Brilliant from him.
It was full, clear full, I have to say.
Well kept in by the goalkeeper there.
Here? Do I take it out here or here? Or over there?
Oh, here. And then he walks all the way in. Yeah. Osasuna, one of those sides that when they get a throw, will just launch into the box. Very difficult to deal with. They got to see us.
That's modern football, man.
It is, yeah. I mean, we don't see it. I mean, for anyone who watches the Premier League, that's what it is right now, by the way. If you could take a long throw in, well, every time it goes out, that's what happens. So that hasn't quite invaded La Liga just yet, and maybe thank God for that, because it can be repetitive. And I'll say something also, Spence. God, does it slow the game down?
All right. Yeah, I'll buy that. Se lo compro.
Koundé. Kubarsi, is there a final Barça burst before the half is up?
What?
Rashford. Believe.
Prove me wrong.
Marcus Rashford. Eric. Oh, nice to Koundé. Look at Lamine Yamal. Lamine! Away by Herrera. Rafinha! Oh, my God. It's going to fall to Ferran!
Oh, no!
He's missed it. He didn't get contact on it. Surely it was the opening goal. And no, it's not. Half-time.
And half-time, yeah.
Barça
Yeah,
nil.
a little frustrating the end of the first half.
Nil. Yeah. Mark, we got to go quickly, but go on. Quick thoughts.
No, very, very quick. I want to say that it's a little frustrating, but Barca is attacking quite well, so we have to keep going in the second half.
Mark, we're back with you, of course, at half-time for the little connection. At half-time at the Spotify Cup now, though, it's Barça nil, Osasuna nil. Plenty of Barça possession. We've had all of it. Plenty of chances. A goal ruled out. Ferran, who had that goal ruled out, has certainly come the closest for Barça. As it were, though, there's still no way through. Lamine Yamal there. He's been one of Barça's bright spots, you'd have to say. Victor Muñoz has come on a few occasions on the counter-attack for Osasuna themselves. They've been bursting away on a few occasions. Barça have been dominant, but we still have it all to do in the second half. Half-time, Barça nil, Osasuna nil. There you have it then, people. 0-0 at the interval. Spence, I think Barça have played well. The disallowed goal happened, obviously. There's a lot still I think we can improve on in the second half, but at half-time it's 0-0, and that means it's all to do in the second half. Yeah,
I don't have too many negative things to say about that first half, but I also don't have an insane number of positive things either. Okay. So if you're asking me, traditionally, if my thumbs go in a certain direction, I don't know if that's still a thing or not.
It can be, yeah.
You can just ask me.
Go on, what will you do? Hit me with one, because I've got them here.
I have to choose?
We don't have an in between. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm so sorry, but my thumb is going in the middle.
Okay.
Thumbs in the middle, or the Robert thumb, which I can't do, but Robert knows.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be a good thumb for this first half. Actually,
it'll be a great thumb.
It'll be a great thumb.
He's got really nice thumbs.
It'll be a great thumb for this first half. I think I agree. I think I've liked a lot about what Barça have done. I think against an Osasuna side who we knew were going to be defensive, They have sat back a lot, Spence. We can't deny that. I think we've got the stats on our screen. We've had over 80% of the possession. That's a lot for La Liga game. We've kept the clean sheet. I'm seeing a comment by Lamak Lumbis saying he's surprised, but Osasuna haven't threatened that much, so I'd expect that for now. I think it is a game for the clean sheet. It looks as though it's not going to be one of those high-scoring matches. It looks as though we're going to have to really grind this out in the second half and see if we can get a goal from somewhere. Rashford, Rafinha, Lamine, Ferran, they've all linked up well. Just need that final touch maybe in the second half. And, of course, we have options on the bench too, Spence.
Yeah, plenty. Looking at a man named Lewandowski, who I think is a good candidate to score a goal against a team that he likes to play against.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, we're going to leave you with a half-time quiz. As always, people, play along, see if you can get 5 out of 5 on the questions. We'll be back in about 5-6 minutes or so. As this
6 or 7 minutes.
This question...
What?
We haven't had that yet on the show, so
What?
thank you.
Gotta give the people what they want.
Where this one is prepared by Mr. Robert himself. It's all surrounding December, the month of December for Barça. Play along, people. See if you can get 5 out of 5. We'll see you shortly. Enjoy. Right, there you have it, people. Halftime quiz in the bag. Who got 5 out of 5? Alia says in the chat, "I'm truly sorry, Robert," which I think is indicative of the fact that maybe
She did not.
Yeah, that she didn't do
So 5 out of 5.
She didn't do so well. Eto and Messi goals, I believe. Oh, come on. I thought maybe that was the answer. Alia says, well, at least it's a 5 out of 5. Maybe she did. But well done to everyone who played well, who played along and who did do well. Barça are still trying to break down the wall. And in this one against Osasuna, 0-0 here at the Spotify Camp Nou. I think we can go to Mark Brau. And Mark, I'll ask you the question that we're going to ask our members live chat too, which is who was the best player in the first half? You've got Gerard Martin, Lamine Yamal and Ferran Torres as the options.
Hi again, guys. Well, I think that all those 3 options are quite good because those 3 players played very good in the first half. Very defensive, good things for Gerard Martin in the first half. Also Ferran very close to the goal, but definitely I have to choose Lamine Yamal. Of course, it's not his best day on the pitch, but when he touches the ball, something is happening. He was at the start of one of the biggest actions of the first half. It was a pity that connection between him and Ferran was not definitely a goal. But I think that Lamine Yamal will have the key of tonight's game with his quality. How dangerous he is, his danger of his crosses from the right side. It has to be one of the key of the games. I don't know if Hansi Flick will make some substitutions on the second half. Remember that we have players like Lewandowski who can be important in that kind of cross if he has minutes in the second time. But as I said, all those 3 players could be the best player of the first half, but finally I will have to choose Lamine. Instead, the goal scored by Ferran was a lot. Definitely I would say Lamine because something is happening and it's like the light on when Lamine Yamal touches the ball. I don't know if you agree with me, guys, but I think that today has to be one of the best players of the game. Before getting you the connection back, I want to commend the players that were on the bench. Our goalkeepers today are Ter Stegen and Koch. Remember that Chesney was out of the squad due to a stomachal virus that he got in the morning. And Lewandowski, Christensen, Fermin, Marc Casado, Mar Bernal, Frenkie de Jong, Joffre, Dro, Rooney, Bardghji and Tommy Marquez. This is the bench for today's game, guys. So I don't know who will choose as the best player of the first half.
Yeah, Mark, thank you very much. And a strong bench, I'd say, for us too today. We'll ask you a question as to who you'd maybe want to see in that second half in a few moments' time. Spence, who are you going for out of that trident? I think Mark went for Lamine, who a lot of the play's been coming on his side. Who would you go for, though?
Yeah, if the question I think was who was the most lively, he's probably the answer. The best player, you could argue him or Gerard. I thought Gerard was really good in the position that he's being forced to play right now, which is
I agree. I think it's excellent.
Which is, you know, not to say that he has too much to do in a game like this, but the thing is that there's not much to do until all of a sudden you got something to do, and you better make sure you do it because you're the last line of defense. So he's had to defend well. He's had to showcase his pace a little bit. We saw that one chase down tackle at the end of the half. So good stuff from him. Good stuff from this high line in general. And second half, I would imagine we'll see some changes fairly soon. Not directly out of halftime, but I'd like to think that there's going to be something happening quickly. Maybe
him, Spence. Maybe Fermin Lopez will come on in that second half too. You'd expect that'll be the case, certainly if it stays at 0-0. Maybe I'd go for Lamine because I think he's been excellent. But hey, I want to give a big shout out to Gerard Martin. I think he's been wonderful at centre back once more. Vitor Munoz, by the way, I don't know if you agree with me, Spence, is one heck of a pacey player and is getting away time and time. I've not seen a player so quick in quite a few months now, I'd say, probably. And he is just speeding away. So Barça have got to be careful with him on the breakaway. Gerard Martin, for now, is doing a pretty good job of marshalling all of that. The Osasuna players are in the tunnel. They have, well, probably got through a lot of running in that opening 45 minutes. What do you reckon the message for them was at halftime?
Yeah, they're in quite a fight, I think. They're not going to change much in this second half, I don't think, because from their perspective and their side of things, they're defending the way that they had intended to. And they've really limited the number of chances. They haven't really called on Herrera all too often. He's had to make a couple of saves. Like, we can see that Barca have 3 shots on target, but they're
not too many, though,
fairly comfortable in terms of what he's had to do. So that's a good sign for the defense of Osasuna, and it's most important for them just to make sure that they don't get caught in behind, which hasn't happened a whole lot yet. So Barca have to seek out those avenues to figure out a way.
Yeah, Barça players are in the tunnel. We'll head over to commentary in just a few moments' time. Looks as though there's going to be no changes at the interval for either side. So Hansi Flick is going to go unchanged, as is Lishi. So here we go then. Players are going to head out onto the pitch once more. Yeah, cool. Now I see everyone, so I don't think any changes at the second half. Let's go to game commentary. Here we go. There you go then, half-time, no changes at the interval. Second half now about to get underway. Barça still without a goal. Osasuna the same, 0-0 then at the break. Diderot in the chat says, we miss Olmo. Yeah, it could be a sort of game this for Dani Olmo, we think probably, or maybe back around sort of January time, so still a few weeks to go for his recovery. Osasuna are going to make a change though, Spence, so there is going to be a change for them. You just wonder whether that's fresh legs, as Iker Munoz is going to come on.
Yeah, your traditional, standard midfielder who's able to try and keep things sturdy out there when things are being knocked about. He's coming in for Toro, so that's pretty much like for like. And, this team also, just like Barça, they've got a game to play midweek as well, so they're probably starting to think about what's going on.
West guys expect?
Wow, how did you pull that one out?
Who would know? I'm just checking. Did Toro have a booking? He didn't, so that is either a knock that he's got, or that's just a case of fresh legs. You just wouldn't think, Spence, that he'd be the sort of player that would be brought off at half-time. You know what I mean?
No,
but, in
agreed.
this sort of game. And hey, there you go. So one change at the break. You get the feeling he may have had a little bit of some discomfort or something. Words there between Rafinha and Ferran. How can Barça get the breakthrough this one? In fact, in the live chat, I was told at half-time by Robert Spence that you guys often ask for some emojis of like things that could break down the Osasuna wall in the chat. Let's get them in there. Stuff like hammers, the explosion emojis. Can we break down the Osasuna wall in the second 45 minutes? Because that's what it's been, really. It's been a big white wall back there that Barça have tried to break down. And I agree with you. I think Herrera probably hasn't been tested enough as he probably should have been. For how much we've come forward, actually. So I think if Barca can do more of that in the second 45 minutes, then we'll be in good stead.
Well, and now they're attacking towards an empty stand,
Yeah,
but it's not entirely empty because Marc Brau will be there celebrating when Barca score their first goal.
Here comes Lamine. Hopefully win indeed. Lamine Yamal. Oh,
for sure, I will celebrate, Spence. For sure. So, guys,
I think I just saw you.
Maybe I'm very close for Herrera goal. I have to say that last day in the game against Eintracht, many people saw me because I was very close from Zetterer, just behind the goal. And now I'm very close next to Uriol. Uriol, say hello.
Hello.
And also Pau, who's here. Oh, no, sorry, Pau is eating. So don't worry. It's quietly, don't worry. Say hello.
Hello.
Yeah, this is Pau. Everything is working because both are here. So, guys, I just want to say that I think that Lucas Torroja, maybe he had some problems because there is a key player for Osasuna, and it does used to be subs at the halftime.
Yeah, well, me and Spence thought the same thing, Mac. Here's Rashford. Chance for him. Foot to foot. Was he
That's
fouled?
a foul.
He was, yeah. Boyoma fouled
It's a good
him.
one for him. It's a good one for Marcus Rashford. Yeah, remember that, Pablo, that in the last game you asked me when was the last time that Barca scored from a free kick.
Yeah.
And it was, I remember it was that goal scored by Pablo Torre, but it was not a direct, it was a cross that nobody touched the ball. The game against Sevilla, then that Gabi came back. It was at the end of October of last year. So why not? We know that Marcus Rashford usually takes very good that kind of free kick. So why not? Could be a good item for Barca. I think it's it's closer than Marcus Rashford preferred. Closer for the box, I said.
Ojo, people.
Keep your ojo.
We've got some eyes in here, but I can't find them. This is a very good position. I completely agree with you, Mark. And this could be. This is one of Barca's biggest chances, I'd say, of the game so far. Rashford, his sort of range, really. If he could pick it up and place it, I think he may put it somewhere around here. Rashford on the spot then for the Catalans. Can he get this up and down, or does he go through the wall maybe? It's Marcus Rashford, Barca's number 14. It's a really good save by Herrera. He went goalkeeper's side. Couldn't catch him out, though.
Oh, that's textbook. That's exactly what you want Rashford to be doing. He got it. Well, he was actually really far away from the wall, and he forced a really difficult save out of Herrera. One that he should make, a professional keeper should make, right? But, all right, next play.
Yeah, 3 minutes into the second half. Barça will really try and get an early goal, you'd feel, just to calm the nerves. They've been good from set pieces, though, Osasuna defending them, I will say. Oh, that's come off the wrong part of Pedri's head. This is a really good race. Look at the pace of Munoz. Balde's mighty quick too, but Victor Munoz is rapid. He's missed it, just as he did in the Clásico last year. Munoz, well, so rapid, so quick. Not even Balde could keep up with him. I think he maybe just did enough, but he misses his big chance.
Wow, just as he did in the Clásico last year. That was nicely. It was well timed. Well done.
Thanks.
Nice
I was about to say same end, but I forgot that was actually at Montjuic. Here comes Rashford. Dancing feet from him. Throw in.
No, it's a
That's
corner
the
kick.
corner.
Yeah,
It's a corner.
Assistant referee said it's a corner kick. Just at the time, I want to say that Marc Casador, Fermin Christensen, Rune Bardghji and Frenkie de Jong are warming up.
Ooh, okay, so there you have it. First player's warming up. It's all happening. Rashford's cross away by Herrera. Busy start to the second half. This, and I said at halftime, Spence, the pace of this kid up front is frightening. We do have a question in the live chat for all of our members to get answering. Let us know your thoughts. We'll discuss it maybe at the end of this Barça attack. Maybe we've already broken down the wall by the time we get to it. How do we do so? Continue to play things wide. We've got Lamine and Rashford there. Bring on Levy, the main man for headers, or keep shooting from outside of the box. I'm not going to lie, I think all three would be a decent attempt, wouldn't it? There's a chance, and well, maybe it's one of those games where an own goal carries us through. Corner again.
Yeah, I think the answer is a nice little combination of all three, but just keep the pressure on. This is pressure. There was pressure in the first half. It's starting to even get tighter now. Find different ways. That's not going to work. But find different ways to make it happen.
Wildly overhit on this occasion, that corner. This was the breakaway, I think, from Munoz. So often we don't see Pedri do that. It comes with his shoulder. And that header into space, he knows he's quicker than almost anyone. He takes on Balde there and beats him.
And that's very dangerous for the last defender to have to try and keep pace with a guy like Victor Munoz, because if you accidentally trip him up, you're off. That's it. And Barca are playing the rest of this game with 10 men. So he had to find that sweet spot where you're able to stay with him and put him off, but you weren't really going to get to the ball, but you also can't foul him. So well done by Balde.
I was just thinking, Spence, in live time, don't foul him. Don't foul him. Just let him get the shots away. And look what happened. He missed it. And then we play on. At worst case, he scores and we can go 11v11. But there was a time where I thought he's gonna push him to ground here.
Right.
And I'm glad he didn't. Good mature play from Balde. Here's Rashford again for Barça. Pedri. There you go. Garcia now. I can imagine they always want to go wide to Lamine.
Get the ball at this kid's feet.
Lamine,
oh,
beautiful.
One
Koundé's
more.
in. Big
One
chance
more.
for Barça. Rashford's in!
Oh.
Oh my God, I was already celebrating too, Spence. I can't believe it's not got in. Barça, well, they just keep getting closer, but still no opening goal. Rashford denied, almost off the line. Brilliant block.
That is an absolutely outstanding defensive play. Rashford did exactly what he needed to do. He did everything right. You can't put that on him. He was about to put it in the back of the net.
Lamine. Oh, look at this for dancing feet from him. He's somehow still going. I agree. Looks really in the mood already today, Lamine. And that's good news for Barça. Bad for Osasuna. It's ominous, this, for the Basque outfit. And no, it's going to be a goal kick.
Oh, we need another look at that block.
Another goalkeeper also wasting time. I think that the most shocking is that the referee has not said nothing to the goalkeeper. Instead, he's wasting time just for the first minute. And I think this is the most frustrating thing for Barca fans. That, as I said, for example, in the last game against Atletico, Joan Garcia was booked just at the first time that he tried to waste some time. But of course, it's not an excuse, but it's just a fact what is happening right now. Two more things to say. Remember, Fermin, Rune Bardghji, Christensen, Frenkie de Jong and Casador warming up. I said it before, but very quickly before the corner kick. And another thing I want to say, that Osasuna was suffering a scoring goal, but it's a very good defensive team. The problem this season for them is that they're not scoring goals, but they're used to do very good defensive actions. And now there's a Barca player laying on the pitch.
Wow.
It's Eric, I think, who will save a hit.
Watch out here, Malik, because Eric got in with a slide tackle. He won the ball. I just wonder if there was a foot left in on him, though. He's down in a heap of pain. Let's see on the replay now. Wins it there. Yeah,
he got
I know.
tacoed.
I will say it's unintentional, though, isn't it, really, Spence? I don't think there's any malice in that, I will say, from Aymar.
Yeah, it's going to sting.
Yeah.
It's going to hurt tomorrow. He's all right. We play on. Nothing beyond that.
Yeah, I mean, Mark, you're making the point about Osasuna. They've not been good going forward. I think I make it only 14 goals in LaLiga themselves, but they've only conceded 18, which is 2 less than Barça. So they're showing already tonight that, well, you know, that when they get in position in this sort of game, they can make things very difficult.
And for example, they lost, for example, the games against the teams who are close to Barça on the standings, but they lost, for example, 1-0 in Bernabeu with a penalty that for me was not a penalty scored by Mbappé. Also, they lost 1-0 against Osasuna, and they lost 2-1 against Villarreal with the latest goal scored by Mikau Tadze. So it was well played for Osasuna in one of the most difficult stadiums of the league, and they are doing right now in the Spotify Camp Nou. So as I said, they defend very well. The problem that they have is that they have problems to score goals.
Got a question on our screens. You saw the images a few moments ago of who would you like to see in the second half? Fermin, Rooney or Lewandowski, I must say. I think all three will get minutes at some point. Here comes Rashford for Barça. Another corner, Spence. Out of those 3 options, who would you pick now if you could throw one on, though?
I'm always going to choose Lewandowski.
Okay.
Right now. If you need a goal, that's the guy I want to put on the pitch, and I can
but
put.
He's not warming up. He's not warming up right now.
Okay.
Rashford's corner to the back post. Koundé is trying to win it. It's steered away. I would like a Fermin, I think. I think this could be a game for Fermin. I'm shocked Lewandowski isn't warming up, by the way. Lamine on the left-hand side for now. Lamine tries to take another corner. So if it wasn't to be Lewandowski, because Mark just abruptly shut you down there.
He did, didn't he? Fermin's not a bad option either. Hold up.
Oh, big chance. It falls to Gerard Martin. Would have been fitting if he scored. Osasuna can't really clear their lines right now. Lamine, inventive, but too narrow and easy for Herrera.
I think it's important. We've played 10 minutes of the second half, Pablo, and we have to get to a point, both as a fan and if you're a player on the pitch, to stay with the plan, because it's easy to start pressing mentally when you haven't broken down the wall yet, and that's not something that Barca struggles with all too often, especially under Hansi. But if it's not coming, that's okay.
Balde, maybe now. Oh, somehow it hasn't ended up in the back of the net. It came off a Osasuna defender, and I think it was Bedonis who got the touch.
That's the thing. Like, look. You want 3 points, obviously. That goes without saying. But if you play this whole game this way, and it ends 0-0, at the end of the game, you're going to look back and say, we made our efforts. It just didn't come. So it's as good of a 0-0 as you're going to find. Now, obviously, that's not the right result. But the only way that you get to 1-0 is if you keep doing this. So not pressing, not taking that wrong decision just because it's the quick decision, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I'm hearing you. It's one of those to be patient for, isn't it? And I think it's what you're saying, though. That gets harder as the game goes on, because Barca will try and think, especially if Flick starts making attacking subs, they'll try and throw the kitchen sink at Osasuna here. You're
only human, right? You think, oh, well, we could have 2 points dropped. Madrid play tomorrow. They could gain on it. No, just play football.
That's a good ball by Rashford. They're not clearing the line as well at all right now.
No.
I will say that they keep shanking their clearances. Rashford, who is looking lively himself, I must say. One of the words of the day. Back now to Pedri. He's got options in Rashford again. How a goal would just calm the nerves here inside the Spotify Camp Nou. Pedri.
Keep that mindset, that attacking, go get him, alpha mindset. Go get yours, you know?
Jean Martin. This is Rashford once more. Cut back to the Barca centre-back. It's Rashford. Strikes.
Oh, yeah.
Falls to Pedri. It all of a sudden opens up for Barca. Who's it going to fall to? Lamine Yamal. Options in the box. Lamine goes on his own. Blocked. Agonising. Still no goal. Koundé. It's minute 57 Spence. It almost feels like with the way that Osasuna are camped in that it's about 85, doesn't it?
Yeah. They want this game to end now.
Good news for Barca. There's a long way to go. Rashford now comes
Falta.
inside off the left wing.
Hombre,
referee says get on with it, and you know who they're going to try and pick out on the breakaway, don't you? Here he comes, the pacey Victor Munoz. Although look who's with him, Eric Garcia. Oh, brilliant from Eric. Can I just say, what a performance he's producing again, Eric.
Eric.
Just feels like he's everywhere, Spence. I mean, he's all over the pitch. That's a foul. That could
Have
be a
you
yellow.
ever seen The Dark Knight?
Yeah,
Rises?
yellow car. Yellow car. Yeah.
I
Yellow
haven't
car
watched all
for number 8.
That was a rhetorical question.
Iker Munoz.
I'm sorry. I'm not very cultured in these things, you know. I watched the last one, whatever that was, but...
That was The Dark Knight.
Oh, right, okay, I have seen that, then there you go. Balde's in. He has Rashford to his left. Rashford inside to Rafinha. He got his shot all wrong.
You've merely adopted the dark. I was born in it. No? Nothing? Okay. Somebody got it.
Let's see if I'm being crucified in the chat too. I don't think anyone... No, I don't think I am.
It's like being a Getafe fan.
What-
Born in the dark.
What I've just said there, yeah. Foul, by the way, here from Kobarsi, because he caught Budimir with his elbow there. One of those typical fouls, and you can imagine Osasuna will just take their time on this. It's never more than just a foul, though, eh? And they're appealing for more. They're going to make a change themselves here, I think, Osasuna. Garcia's going to come on. This was the attempt from Pedri, beaten away by Herrera.
Yeah, and we said that Herrera was not tested much in the first half, and all of a sudden he's becoming a little bit more valuable minute by minute as this game goes along.
Well, Don Andres, we could do with him being on the pitch, couldn't we? 30 minutes to go. Player like he, well, Barça would love to just sub him on and unlock this Osasuna.
Maybe we'll get like
backline.
like an Iniesta versus Chelsea sort of late winner.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. One of those, an Iniestazo. That's what Barça need right now. Here's Kubarsi. Koundé. Nice little feet from him. You can still hear it though, can't you, Spencer? I think the fans need to be a little bit calmer too. There's a few whistles going around the stadium.
Yeah. Well, that might have been for the time wasting.
Oh, that's a nice ball.
Ah.
Here's Koundé. Oh, just gets away
It's for the
from him.
time. Yeah, it's for the time, and also because here we didn't know exactly why the referee was waiting to put the ball on. But yeah, for the moment I have to say that the people are not frustrating, but I think that it will have 10 more minutes. If 10 more minutes Barça will not score, I think that everybody will be more nervous.
Just wonder how long Flick will take to shuffle his bench a little bit, move the bench a tad. Still no changes from him, of course. Mark, I'm guessing the same players are still warming up.
Yeah, the same. Well, there only one change. It's Mar Bernal right now, warming up.
Okay.
So Mar Bernal, De Jong, not Marc Casado.
Okay.
So yeah, definitely Mar Bernal, De Jong, Christensen, Fermin, and Rooney Bardghji.
Are we saving Lewandowski for Guadalajara? Like, what's happening here?
That would tell me that he maybe has some discomfort.
It has to be.
Yeah,
Has to be
because
something.
this is the sort of game that you'd throw him on, wouldn't you, immediately almost. Pedri. A little bit too close on that ball over. Ooh, careful here. Eric's going to have to go all the way back to his goalkeeper, yeah. It must be Spence, because as you said, I think he'd go right on for me.
So that means somebody else needs to find it then today.
Osasuna, for their part, they are going to make 2 changes in just a few moments' time. That'll put them up to 3 in the game. Now Lamine. Eric. Let's get a touch on it. Yeah, nice.
This is the first time in the last 3 minutes that I'm seeing this team's legs start to go on them.
Rashford.
Not his. His has been fine.
Now Balde. Come on, Alejandro Balde inside. He's got Rashford there too. Lays it off instead to Pedri. Eric Garcia switches on far side to Lamine Yamal. Lamine. There's Koundé. There's the 1-2 again. Good defending. Corner for Barça. Oi, we just had a little bit of a fall.
Well, that was cleared with such ferocity. I hope that Marc Brau's on the other side because someone's life just flashed before their eyes on that clearance.
I think he is on the other side. There's the delivery. Kubarsi was up there. Over. No goal.
I'm on the other side, yeah. I'm on the other side, definitely. I'm close for the players that are warming up right now. And now it seems that in the last 5 minutes, Barça got less rhythm than in the start of the second half. And then again, more wasting time for the referee and nothing said by the referee. No, the referee, no, the goalkeeper waste time. Well, also the referee too.
Yeah, Herrera certainly taking his sweet time over these goal kicks, and as Manik was saying, there's been no indication that it needs to speed up by the referee just yet. I'm still calm for Spence, but I'm maybe starting just on the nerve, whatever you'd call it, the nerve meter. It's just starting to slightly. I'm starting to get a little bit impatient waiting for the Barça first goal now. I think the way we've been playing, it's felt as if it's a matter of time. It's felt like one of those games. I'm looking at the stats. We've got about 83% possession. It's a ridiculous amount. Raul Garcia, Becker, who actually scored against Barça with Real Sociedad last season in our 1-0 defeat away.
Geraldo.
And yes, and is that Raul Garcia is also going to be coming on yet? There you go. So triple change for Osasuna. Ruben Garcia, sorry, is obviously the other one. Ruben and Raul Garcia and Becker on triple change. So that's 4 subs made now by the away team. None for Barça still.
But
Yeah,
all
that is
the
surprising.
subs, sorry Spence, yeah, surprising, but all those 3 players are offensive one. So of course what Alessio Lisi wants is fresh legs, just to press more a little bit and just to surprise Barça the counter-attack. Ruben Garcia, many seasons played against with Osasuna, and also Raul Garcia, who is number 9. So our offensive changes, not for the positions, but just for the players, and now the ball is out. So now Barca players are starting frustrating. I said that only 10 more minutes, but it seems that Barca players also are frustrated with the wasting time, with every time Osasuna caught the rhythm. So it's time to focus and to do the same as, for example, we did at the start of the second half.
Yeah, I can see lots of Barca hearts in the chat, by the way. Love to see it. Thanks for all the support, people. We need it now more than ever. Barca in a vital moment of the season here. We've won 6 on the trot in the league. We're looking to make it 7 on the trot. Victor Munoz has stayed out there, unsurprising, because he's been the big threat really for Osasuna, and he's going to have won them a corner there. That came off Balde last, and it wasn't Victor Munoz, so apologies. It was Aguirre who wins the corner. Either way, though, they haven't had many of these, Spence, and this is a chance for them to send the big man up from the back.
Which it looks like they're going to do.
There we go then.
This is the part of the game that'll frustrate you too, because you know that you want that
Lewandowski's
ball.
warming up. Lewandowski's warming
Okay.
up, so you're going to listen to the stadium clapping her hands. But you have to be careful with this corner kick.
In by Ruben Garcia, away at the front post by Rafinha, not really to harm's way though. Here comes back in away by Gerard Martin. And here
Let's
we go.
go.
Rafinha, he
Run
can
him
break
up.
here. Come on,
Come on.
Barca. Here comes the breakaway. Rafinha's dink. Oh, and Rashford tried to get on the end of it. He couldn't quite, just over his head. And Becker got back in there well. Koundé jumped a little bit too early there. And now Osasuna themselves can come away. They've brought on fresh legs. You would to that, wouldn't you? In the attacking side of the pitch. This one's about to get interesting, you feel. That's a yellow card, easy one, and he's just hammered the ball away too.
Never keep both of them in the same pocket.
That's a rule many referees have had to learn the hard way. Booking there for Osasuna. You enjoying this little?
Well, you made
This-
it
this-
it clear that you were in charge of the buttons.
I'm in
but,
charge of the buttons, but
But
he's
sometimes you just got to take matters into
okay,
your own hands.
fine. Kubarsi. Barça need to take matters into their own hands here and get the opening goal. Gerard Martin once more driving forward and towards Pedri, doesn't fall to Ferran. And there we go again. Kubarsi is quick and he does get there. He does get there well. I do think maybe last 5-10 minutes we've just slowed down a little bit with compared to how we started the second half, which was high intensity. We were getting chances. It just has slowed down a tad. And well, look at that from Rafinha. That's a pretty crazy attempt, and Herrera's got stuck in his goal.
I think a substitution at this point is
Wise.
definitely the way to get a little bit more
Osasuna
energy back into this game.
Osasuna will finish their substitutions. It's surprising. They will gonna do the 5th substitution.
Wow.
It's surprising to do very quickly.
It is surprising, Mark, I must say. So Osasuna, they're going to do 5 before Barça do any. How are you feeling about the game? We have the question for the members live chat. I must say, I think I'm number 1 on those options there. I think I'm number 1. I think I'm a little more nervous than I want to admit right now because, well, the clock is just starting to tick away. Spence, how are you feeling?
Keep calm. There's time.
I like it. Someone's going to stay calm.
A lot of time left in this game. A lot of
Rafinha.
time for things to happen.
Rashford. Tried, didn't need a little dink on the back to Rafinha. I think Barca got to start playing their football again, though. You know, assure our passes. Oh, just giving silly balls away in the final third.
Yeah,
All
you
the way upfield. It should be cool by the seas. It is.
you want to take the appropriate risks, right? Like you want the passes that could result in a key pass or could result in losing the ball to be worth the risk.
No.
Yeah, and
There you
subs, the last one for Osasuna, the young player Arquivide, who made his debut this season, and I think he played quite well, is out, and Rosier, former player of Leganés, who is coming in, and as I said, Osasuna made all the subs.
Can you say his name, Mark, like it's like it should be said? He's French.
Valentin Rosier.
Rossier.
Here's Pedri. All of a sudden it opens up for Barca. Rafinha! There it is! There's the opening goal. Rafinha just like that. Gives Barca the breakaway at the Spotify Cup. No, keep calm, people. The captain's back. And he fires Barca into a crucial lead. Barca 1, Osasuna 0.
That's it, man. Just wait for the moment. Go on, Mark. Get him.
The 5th goal of Rafinha this season. He has scored his first goal coming back to Spotify Cup of the game against Atletico de Madrid. And of course, we are talking about Rafinha did not touch the ball a lot of times in the first half, but he's a big star. He's our captain tonight. And in a moment, what the game, we won't know exactly how it has to go. And then Rafinha cut the ball and then go directly for the goal. What a left foot shot from outside the box. Scoring the first one of the most important goals this season. And Rafinha, we missed him the 2 months he was out due to injured. The captain is back on the pitch, 5th goal, a very important one again.
Oh, we certainly enjoyed that here, Spence. Hansi Flick, I think, enjoyed it too. Let's see how he reacted to that goal. Boy, does he love his captain. It feels like a really big goal in Barca's season, I must say. One of the most important ones. Spence, you haven't even had a chance to have your say on that yet. You said stay calm. Barca certainly did. 2 of their best players, Pedri and Rafinha, linked up, and the ball's in the back of the net.
And the goal came in the exact manner that we were saying if they stuck to the plan, it would come, which is just pepper the net, get the ball towards goal. You know, a lot of times we see this team or other teams in general when they're struggling to score, they don't even shoot. And this was just outside the box. Give it a go. It deflects off of Errando. It takes a wicked deflection for Herrera, who has no chance to stop it, and it's 1-0. That's football. There you go. Try and get another one now.
Point worth making there, Spencer. One you made. We haven't made it so far. It did take quite a wicked deflection, actually, off of Errando, and it certainly helped the ball into the back of the net. Martin's got to be careful. He slipped.
Offside, no?
Barca have got to get back in here. They've got back in good
Offside,
numbers, I will
offside.
say, and it's over, and a good call
Yeah, definitely
it was.
offside.
Mark, there's going to be some players coming on here. We're seeing it on our screens.
Well, I'm not sure because just a few minutes after the goal, Fermin and De Jong came to the bench and they were ready to go in.
Yeah.
But for the moment, I think that Hansi Flick has stopped the subs. Fermin
Okay.
and De Jong are just on the bench, waiting for others. But for the moment,
Okay.
no
Well,
subs.
We'll wait and see what the final decision is then regarding the substitutes. Yeah, we did see De Jong and Fermin look as though they were coming on. Just wonder whether maybe Barca have scored and Flick's thought, I'll wait or I'll do something different. Let's see.
They
so
won't
for
come in.
now-
They
Hey?
won't come in for the moment. For the moment,
Okay.
they won't come in. They go to warm up. No, there's another subs because I see one of the physical trainers. No, finally, yes. Fermin, yes. Yeah. Oh, I don't know what's happening, but yeah, finally Fermin will come in, and I don't know De Jong, but Fermin for sure.
Okay, Fermin is going to come on, people. So the Ferminator's going to get himself out on the pitch then for...
Oh, no. Oof, okay.
Both.
Referee got
Fermin-
hit.
Fermin and Frankie, guys, definitely both.
There you go. At the end of all of that, by the way, both of them end up coming on. Here is Lamine Yamal. Couldn't get it through. Rafinha gets back in, though. Lamine's trying to get on the ball again. Lamine Nice little footwork goes out for a goal kicking in. I mean, can't believe it. People in the live chat, use your Rafinha emojis. The man who has got Barca out of a bit of a hole today. So often the hero for the Blaugrana. Let's see how many Rafinha emojis we can get in the chat. And if you fill the chat with them, I'll show the chat on the screen. And we'll see all of your names, okay? So, in fact, Spence, we'll let Spence press the button as well.
I get to press the...
No, not yet.
What button do I press?
Chat.
Chat. Not to be confused with cat.
No.
Just tell me when.
I will. Give us a minute. Before all of that, we've got subs. Matt, go ahead.
Yeah, Marcus Rashford is one of the players who will go out. I think he played quite good, Marcus Rashford. And also, Alejandro Balde. Alejandro Balde is out.
Ooh.
No, the fourth referee made a mistake. So... Oh, you have to help me. Yeah, Cubarsí, yeah. It was a mistake by the fourth referee. It's Cubarsí, who has played many minutes. I think it has to be with this. Many minutes played by Cubarsí in the last games. I haven't seen nothing about him, his condition, yeah. I think it's fine, so it's only... he prefers... I don't see Pau Cubarsí in pain, so it's a tactical thing. So, Eric will play as a centre-back, and then Frankie will play in his main position.
Yep.
And these are the subs. And let's gonna explain how Barca is playing right now. Rafinha will play on the left, and then Fermin. Fermin is an attacking midfielder. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there you go. So everyone is pretty much in their usual positions. I think you could say you've got Rafinha right wing, Lamine Yamal right wing, Rafinha left wing. Ferran's down the middle. You've got Fermin in the central attacking midfield position. You've got the lineups on your screen right now. De Jong and Pedri just behind them, and Eric Garcia, as Malik said, drops into centre backs. There you go. A few changes there for Barça. Spence. Double change from Anti-Flick.
Yeah, and the utility of Eric continues to showcase itself, right?
Yeah, it absolutely does. 15 minutes to go here at the Spotify Camp Nou. It's Lamine. Stands up his man. Drops it off to Koundé.
No rush now, that's for sure.
Yeah, Pedri. How Barca would love a second goal there, just to put this beyond any doubt. Corner, a breakaway, anything can happen. Eric. Koundé. Pedri, can he just flip that around the corner? Instead he darts down the line himself. Nice from Pedri. Cross had a little bit too much on it though for Ferran to get on the end of. So Rafinha will go and chase it down, and boy does he chase it down well. What an impact he's made since coming up from injury. Just the engine of this team, the life of it. What a guy.
A nice little spell of pressure too from Barca, holding on to the ball for an extended period. Now they've got to see if they can win the ball back high up the pitch.
Yeah, it's a Barca throw-in, I think. Spence. No, yeah, it is. Yeah. Barca fans are enjoying themselves in the stadium now. Mark looks as though they're a little bit happier.
Yeah, of course. The weather is getting colder, so a good way to warm oneself is to sing Madridista Alquinovolti, and this is what part of the stands are doing right now. And I must say that Barca, I think that Barca has done the most difficult thing, but it's time to get the second one to not suffer, as for example we did against Atletico and Alaves. We had to score that time and the other time to secure the 3 points.
Yeah, and Mark, I was just thinking we scored the first goal today as well, which is good to see, obviously. So we got the first goal in today's game. When was the last time we kept a clean sheet, by the way, Malachi?
Oh, the clean sheet, it was the game against Athletic, the first one at the Spotify Camp Nou.
Of course, yeah.
And was also the last time that we scored first, because we did not score against Chelsea in the other 4 games against Alaves, Atletico, Betis, and Eintracht. We had to come back.
100%. I just showed you a question on your screens, people. An emoji round is what we want right now. We want an emoji round. How's the chat feeling right now? Let's fill your emojis in there. Oh, and maybe the emojis would have been
feeling even better.
Yeah, would have been feeling lovely there if that had gone in. I'm seeing some Rafinhas in there. I'm seeing some cats. How are you guys feeling? Let's get a round of emojis in the chats. There we go. We'll put those on the screen in a few moments' time, and I will let you do it actually, Spence, because I didn't let you do it on the Rafinha one. So apologies. We'll have to wait a moment. So close, but yeah, so far. Lewandowski may not come on now, by the way, because if Flick was trying to keep him in cotton wool maybe for the coming games.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, maybe not today.
Levy, you got anything to say to the people? No? Fine, sit on the bench. It's cool. It's cool. Alright.
I'm seeing some good emojis in there. Let's see, maybe I can put a few of them on the chat now, actually. There we go. There we go, people. Lots of lovely emojis. This is
Ali is asking how Luke is. Thanks for asking, Ali. Luke is great. Luke is enjoying life, living a retired dog's life.
Is this your dog, yeah?
You don't remember Luke?
I don't think I've ever been on for the story of Luke.
my
Well, here
goodness.
comes Rafinha. Could this be 2 for Barça? Good block by Bayoma. Please enlighten me, because I've never been around for this story.
Well,
Go
Luke, for the season that Barça won with Xavi,
Yeah.
he made a selection of the winning team for every game prior to the game.
Like he went to like a
We had
treat, you
two
mean?
logos,
Yeah,
and
got
there
you.
were treats at each logo, and he would make a pick. And his record was just as good as Barca's that year. And it was legit. It wasn't like we filmed it,
It
5
wasn't like
different
you
times.
made him go to Barça in
No, no,
Leganés
no.
game.
No.
Fermin's corner here, away at the front post. We'll hear more about Luke in a moment. And Osasuna, I think going to be able to get this clear. Falls to Pedri now.
Oh, some magician
Oh.
here.
Unbelievable from Pedri. Pedri Potter, lovely skill from him. Spence, continue. I'm intrigued.
He's a basset hound.
Okay.
Here he is.
There he is.
Here's our guy.
Yeah, you can see that pretty well, actually, yeah.
We love Luke. 13 and a half
Is he?
years
Yeah,
young.
okay. And he's a magician at Barca predictions, is what you're saying.
He was really good that year. And he came in for the final game of the season. He was
Yeah.
in the studio. Causing chaos.
We need to get another dog in the studio soon, I'm telling you.
I don't think the security folk were too pleased.
No, I can imagine. Here's Lamine. Oh, we could go on his own here. Lamine, good save by Herrera. Rafinha, 10 minutes to play. Luke the Duke, epic dog. Ooh, come back. So maybe a second. 10 minutes to go here.
This is
that gonna be a
good.
free kick? No, nothing. Yeah.
This is good. This is good control right now.
Yeah, Ali remembers that day well, by the way. He says he stole the show the last match that season when he was in the studio as well.
Yeah, he came in. If I remember right, I think our producer that night, Maudi, continued to put the camera on Luke every time I opened my mouth to speak, so it looked like Luke was talking.
Great stuff. I stand by the fact we need to get a dog on here soon again. Boyomo now for Osasuna inside here to Moncayola. Well, it's this time of the game now, isn't it, when Osasuna may well, Spence, just say, hey, we've got to the 81st minute within a goal. Now we'll just come out a little bit and put Barça under some form of pressure. Do you think we'll see that shift from them, or will they just sit in?
No, I think they're gonna do everything they can to go out and get one, but whether or not that comes is a different story. I mean, they worked really hard, Barca did, to get the first goal, and as long as they don't go nuts on the, is that gonna be a throw? Goal kick, good, all right. As long as they don't go nuts in terms of overcommitting players in the attacking third at this point, I think they have enough defensive prowess to keep this locked down.
Take this look. So how the referee is forcing Barca players to play quickly from behind, and I find it funny about what happened during the game.
No foul given there on Ferran. Looked like he was bumped from behind. We'll play on, and they're in here. Big chance. Gerard Martin got back in. Was that offside? Flag has stayed down for now.
Offside,
Away by
offside.
Eric, and it will be offside. There you go.
But guys, I have the same feeling like the game against Atletico and Alaves. It's exactly the same. We arrive at the last minutes in games that maybe we deserve more than one goal of difference, and we have to suffer. The games against Alaves almost scored at the added time, and against Atletico was Ferran. So, but it's the same kind of game. Not maybe against Atletico, because Atletico pushed us inside the box in the last minutes, but it's quite similar to Alaves.
Yep, no, it is. It's not the first time in the last few weeks, as Mark says, that Barça, in the final 10 minutes or so of the game, are going to have to suffer a little bit here. All I will say is that Osasuna haven't done much attacking all game long. I mean, if Barça can keep it that way, hopefully that'll be good. If we are to... Patrick Kluivert, Shane Kluivert, there you go, look at that. Shane Kluivert, who scored in the UEFA Youth League midweek. 2 goals, by the way, for Barça. You can see... question on your chats there, on your screen there, people, for you in the members live chat. Who will score Barca's second goal? Ferran, Lamine, Fermin, if we get one, of course.
I'll take Lamine. Now I'm on the Lamine train, mostly because I think he deserves some kind of reward for the game that he's had tonight.
Yeah, it's been an excellent show from him, I will say, so far this evening. Deserves a goal, doesn't he? Mark, if Barca were to get a second, who do you think is going to get it?
Well, sincerely, I have to say that I think that this game will end 1-0. But you have had to choose one. I think, why not Ferran? I said Ferran will score the first one. He scored it, but it was not allowed, that goal. Well, long cross from Osasuna from their own pitch, but they try to cross every wall they can.
It's going to be Rubén Garcia to just absolutely whack that in. It should be relatively easy for Rubén Garcia. I say that. He slipped, and Osasuna have equalised, and there's been a free kick given. Yeah.
What argument does the Osasuna player possibly have for that not being a foul?
Well, I think they're going to say that it was Eddie Garcia who tripped up the Osasuna player, which is why he then fell into Juan Garcia, and he lost sight of the ball, and then that's why it ends up in the back of the net. Well, we're getting a replay of the Rafinha goal. I don't think anyone's interested in that right now because with 5 minutes to go, let's see, Spence. The only thing I will say is...
But the foul is quite clear, I think. And I have to say that I think the referee whistled before Osasuna player scored. So there's no doubt of it. I don't know what the replay said, but here in the pitch, I can say that before Osasuna player kicked the ball, the game was stopped.
There you go. Well, they can't intervene anyway then. He certainly made contact with Juan Garcia. I mean, he cleaned him out. There's no doubt about that. The only point I'll make is that he cleaned him out because he got a collision off of Eric Garcia, a Barca player, which I don't know how you rule that then, because at the end of the day, Juan Garcia is still fouled, right? But it's obviously come off a Barca player. Here we go, Koundé on the breakaway. Rafinha, 2-0, just like that. Barca, he's wagging his finger. He says no offside. There's not going to be a flag. Barca have 2. Rafinha has 2. The Catalans are going to stay top of the Liga here. Barca 2, Osasuna 0.
A double for Rafinha, who has scored the first one and then the second. The first one was a great shot from outside the box and then was a great action, just like a number 9, just like a striker in the far post with the left foot putting the ball inside the net, celebrating the goal with all the players who were warming up, and just now VAR is checking the position. As you said, Pablo, Rafinha said with the finger to the assistant referee that there's no offside. Of course, VAR will check it. Good celebration between Rafinha and Lamine Yamal. Then the modern second goal is confirmed.
It's off Catena. I think it's onside, I must say, from what I saw. Rafinha tapping at the back post, right place, right time. Spence, how do you see this one?
Even if he's no, I think even if we look at the pass at the moment that Rafinha was in a position, he was onside. So this should stand without a problem. And I don't think Rafinha's going to have an easier tap in all season. That came right to him. He was at the mouth of the goal, and he puts it in, and now Barca can breathe a little bit easier, and there's a lot less stress in this game. And if you people would just believe me when I said stay calm, we wouldn't have to have had so much stress over the last 20 minutes, because now Barca seem to be coming away with 3 points. You are fine. You're going to sleep tonight and dream sweet dreams about Barca taking 3 points, and nobody has to be upset.
No,
This is why I miss you, Spence, a lot. This is what I miss you, how optimistic you are always, and the good vibes that you always send us.
Realistic.
Guys,
Realistic.
Balde was out for Christensen, and now other 2 players who will receive a standing ovation will go out because Pedri Potter and Rafinha are out. I have to say that those two players will be the first and the second in my votes of the player of the match. Then I have to decide who I put first. Rafinha scoring tries or Pedri control the game. I have to discuss with myself. But for sure, Pedri and Rafinha, maybe the two best players of the game, were out. And you have to help me with the players who go in. Rooney Bardghji is one of these. Made his debut in La Liga and
Casado.
Yeah.
And is Christensen on as well, Mark?
Yeah, Christensen on Balde. Christensen on Balde was the first one.
Yeah.
And then Rooney Bardghji on Rafinha and Marc Casado on Pedri. These are the
there you
subs.
go. So,
yeah.
Triple change there for Barça. You mentioned your MVP votes. The people in the members live chat, they got a poll there they can vote on right now. Who is your MVP of the game? You've got Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, Eric, and Pedri as your options. I think we might have a clear winner today. It's been that sort of game. In the post game, of course, as well as the reactions from the players. We'll also have the analysis for this one, and of course, we'll be going over our MVP votes. It looks as though Barça are going to be able to get themselves home and dry here to a vital 3 points. And I must say, right now, Spence, my prediction's looking good.
Were you 2-0?
Yeah, I was 2-0.
You're gonna hope. You're gonna hope for no more goals than
there
today.
It is, people. I went 2-0. You went 4-1. Mark 4-0. Robert 5-0. The Rafinha show is what it's been. He's really popped up in Barca's moment of need in this one. Let's hope it. Let's see. There could be more goals in stoppage time. We'll find out in a few moments' time. Rafinha, no one will get the assist for his second goal, of course. Just bounced off of Cadena and right into his path. Let's see the Hansi Flick reaction then to that goal. How he reacted to this one when Rafinha fired it over the goal line from close range. You'd imagine a relieved Hansi Flick too. Here we go. He had his subs ready. Oh, he was waiting, wasn't he, for the flag. Rafinha agreed that immediately, didn't he? Rafinha wagging his finger to the assistant. He said, "Yep, no chance." And well, there you go. Assistant kept his flag down, and Barça, no problem whatsoever. Here comes Gerard Martin, played centre back all game long. Now he's at left back. Lamine Yamal wanted that one swung over the top to him. Maldini's in the way again. Fermin into the channel. It was too far wide, really.
And now we'll have 3 minutes of other time. That I think
Nice.
but I think that it's.
I think I need to just give you a before and after in terms of what all of you people were thinking, especially you and Mark, before Barca had scored. So I'm just gonna reposition myself. You can keep going here.
Okay. Yeah.
This is a before and after.
No, I just want to say that.
We'll see you on the other side. Mark, go on.
I do want to say that 2 minutes for me is not enough. We have scored twice. 1 goal taken by VAR. All the subs. So fortunately we are winning, because I cannot imagine this 0-0 with only 3 minutes of other time.
Yeah. I do completely agree. Spence,
For us it's better. For us right now it's better.
It's your chance.
It's better because we are closer to to get the 3 points back. Well, after all, we have to say that maybe not one of the best games this season so far, but sometimes you have to win that kind of games to win the leagues. And guys, what a pressure we'll have tomorrow, Villarreal and Real Madrid, because Barca is 7 points ahead right now of Real Madrid.
Well, there he is. Look, bless him. There's the little doggo.
Now we're all chill, like him.
We are all chill indeed. Here comes Lamine for Barca. Maybe there's 3. Maybe my prediction won't come off. Lamine to the back post, steered away by Rossier, and it's going to be a corner to Barca. 90 seconds to go here. Barca, they're going to go 7 points clear. We have results in the group chat, in the live channel, the group chat. Rafinha 59%, 60% of the vote essentially for him. Lamine with 33%. They love Lamine. I did think he played well today. And Pedri's got 6. Eric has 2. I'll tell you what, that's actually helping me with my votes a little bit. I think because of Pedri getting the assist and Rafinha getting the goal, my head immediately went there. But Lamine's been excellent too.
It's a tough call today, but I think you can give this. This is almost. This is a team win today. Is there Mark? Can I see Mark? There he is. I got him.
Yeah, was he just there on the corner of the screen? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, how are you guys? For you and all over the world.
Hello. Can we
stand up and wave your arms, Mark? There you are. The start right there. Woo.
Where is he? I can't see him anymore. Oh, I saw just a tad.
There he is. There he is. I see him.
In by Fermin. Away. at the front post. Osasuna are going to be able to clear this, looking like it's going to be 2-0 to Barça here. And a vital
And another
win
clean
off.
sheet, guys.
Yeah.
As you talked, Pablo, before, just since the last time we played here for the first time in the Spotify Camp Nou.
Clean sheet.
Yeah, because shit is another thing. Yeah, clean sheet. Thanks, Spence. Clean sheet. End of the game. We won 3 points.
Full time, people. Barça, they've beaten Osasuna by 2-0 at the Spotify Camp Nou. Both goals have come from who else? Rafinha. He can't simply stop for the Blaugrana. He is the hero, the man of the hour once more for this team. Barça, they've gone 7 points clear before Real Madrid face Alaves tomorrow evening. It's Barça's 7th straight league win. It's our first clean sheet since, well, the first one here at the Spotify Camp Nou against Athletic Club. We won 4-0 that time. Today, it's 2. Lamine Yamal gets La Liga's MVP. But Barça, well, it's a team winner, Spence said. It's a win that's really going to push us up. We keep marching on. No comeback today, but this time a vital, vital victory. The team marches on yet again. Osasuna didn't make things easy. First half was 0-0, but after Rafinha got his first, the floodgates opened and Barça sealed the deal with a vital 2-0 victory. No trouble here. Rafinha, again, the hero for the Blaugrana. It ends at the Spotify Camp Nou. Barça 2, Osasuna 0. Well, Spence, job done for Barça. Got the 3 points, exactly what the doctor ordered. Osasuna, you said actually at the start of the game, they didn't really come out in that back five, did they, at all? They stayed hammered in their own halves, really. You can see the table on our screens too, looking very good indeed at this time of year. Almost feels like that was impossible a good 4 weeks or 5 weeks ago, doesn't it? But hey, how quickly football can change. Barça, right up there. And tonight, thoughts?
Yeah, we could talk about the table a little bit later.
Yeah.
I'd rather talk about tonight right now and how this team pulled through with some adversity that they were facing against a team who showed at the beginning of this game, based on their starting 11, that they were going to be stubborn and stuck to that. They blocked a lot of Barca's entry feeds, a lot of their shots from outside the box, even some from inside the box made it difficult. But the best teams managed to find a way. Barça did that, and then they went and got the insurance goal to take out any drama in the final minutes. And for any potential, offside on a corner or whatever, time wasting from a keeper, game over. 3 points. Go home.
Yeah, 100%. You got a question, by the way, in the live chat, as always, for you people. Which moment are you taking from this match? I think for me, that first Rafinha goal was the moment where just the weight got lifted off my shoulders. What a special and what a great goal. Spence, if you had to pick one?
One moment from this match. That's tough, actually. Can I pick a non-goal, because I want to pick the almost goal, the one that Lamine was diggling and dancing down the side, and then a little deflection brought it to Ferran, and he tried to go for the chilena, and it almost came off. For me, that was a great moment.
Yeah, that was a great moment. Right, we're going to take a quick break here. We'll be back in a few moments' time. All the reactions from the Spotify Camp Nou, from our stars, and indeed all the analysis from us. Don't go anywhere, Cordelis. Big win today.
Vale, ya veis ganar,
Well, people, we're back here for all the post-match reaction. I believe we can go straight to Marc Brouw. Marc Brouw, go ahead.
Next to
to Gerard Martín, just to comment those 3 important points that Barça won here against Osasuna al costat de Gerard Martín. Mira, si pots venir una miqueta més cap aquí. Gerard, suposo que un d'aquells partits que s'han de treure endavant i que al final l'equip ho ha fet, tot i que Osasuna ho ha posat difícil.
Sí, al final una victòria d'aquestes té molt mèrit perquè un equip molt dur ens ha costat, però bueno, al final hem aconseguit la victòria.
No sé què és el que ha hagut de millorar l'equip respecte a la primera part. La sensació és que ells us tancaven molt als espais. No sé si heu tingut més paciència en aquesta segona part.
Sí, més paciència, rodar millor la pilota, generar més superioritats als costats i a partir d'allà tenir arribades.
I amb jugadors com Rafinha, no? Quan tens cracs a l'equip que et poden decidir el partit.
Sí, al final la gent de dalt té molt de gol i es nota que la mínima ja va cap a dins.
Quina importància li doneu al fet de tornar a deixar la porteria a 0? Dic perquè l'altre dia el Hansi Flick deia que és un dels objectius de l'equip.
Sí, al final per nosaltres és molt important perquè vol dir que hem fet bona feina darrere i nosaltres sempre al final ens fixem en l'ofensiu, en els gols, però crec que és una tasca molt important darrere també.
7 victòries seguides a la Lliga, Gerard. Ara poseu pressió també sobre els perseguidors. Què és el que ha canviat? Perquè la sensació és que ara mateix jugueu millor o pitjor, al final l'equip treu els partits endavant.
Bueno, jo crec que estem millorant cada setmana una miqueta més i jo crec que es reflexa en els partits.
Últim partit de l'any 2025 aquí a l'Spotify Camp Nou. Ara estareu temps sense jugar, et faig l'última pregunta. No ha estat malament, no, aquests primers 5 partits?
No, han estat molt bé, han estat molt bé.
Enhorabona, Gerard, gràcies.
Gràcies.
Gerard Martín commenting that was quite good to play that 5 games to end the 2025 year here at Spotify Camp Nou. I'm very happy with the 3 points that the team won today here against Osasuna.
Yeah, thank you very much, Marek. Spence, right off the bat then, Gerard Martin, the man speaking to us first up. What a display by him again, I thought, at centre-back. Really growing into that role, I'd say, and yet again proving himself that he belongs here at Barça. Very calm whenever he speaks, I think, but brilliant tonight again, I thought. Really superb.
Yeah, no, you said it. And I wish that that he would actually get more credit for what he's doing, because you play a game the way that he did and nobody's really going to notice a whole lot. You know, the casual fan might look at the score line at the end of the game and see that Rafinha scored 2 goals and that Lamine was good, and that's all true, but you know, in order to put up a clean sheet like this, especially the way that Osasuna managed to generate just a couple of chances, we said it earlier in the game, you have to make sure that those minuscule chances that Osasuna get don't amount to anything. And they were able to do that throughout this game, thanks in large part to what he did at center back tonight.
Yeah, I think he's one of those players who I think is growing every minute. We got to the latter stage of last season, of course, and he was having to play big minutes. The Copa del Rey final springs to mind. The 2 games against Inter certainly spring to mind. I mean, the second leg, of course, with the 2 assists that he produced in that one. He's one of those players who I think, you know, he grows every single game. He really does. And left back, I already thought he was massively improving, Spence. And even at the start of this season, I think Balde was out for a few weeks, and he came in and I thought, we look solid, actually. We look really solid with Gerard Martin on the pitch. Then he goes to centre-back, and next to Koubarsi as well, who's a young player, feels like they both look quite experienced, pretty calm back there. He didn't have an easy job today against Vitor Munoz either, who is rapid, he's pacey. Boy, did he deal with him well.
Hey, you know what's interesting? Like, Gerard Martin, if you go back to when he was playing with the youth teams like Juvenil and every other team before he got to this level, he was a lateral defender. So he wasn't the guy that you would think Hansi Flick would choose first to put into that position if you're trying to incorporate somebody new, because when Koundé was at Sevilla, he was a central defender. Yeah. And you think, okay, maybe he's the right choice, or he's the logical choice, and then you can throw Eric in at right back or whatever. But no, Hansi said, we're going to give this a try. And look, it's very early, and there's a lot of adjustments that will be made on both sides of the ball and from both teams, the teams that end up attacking Gerard Martin in a different way. But for now, it's working.
Yeah, it certainly is. Gerard Martin having a wonderful, wonderful season. Barça side, who are now 7 points clear for now at the top of La Liga. A reminder, we're going to have all of the reactions for you here. We've already heard from Gerard Martin. We'll be hearing from several more players as the evening goes on. Spence, I mean, it was like we said, I think today was all about patience. It was all about getting that first goal. And we also got the clean sheet, I think, which is a massive bonus today. The clean sheet that Barça picked up.
Yeah, good to see them pick one of those up, because it had been a while. It was that Athletic Club game where they got one. They got another one back on Matchday 5 in mid to late September against Getafe. and they got 2 others. The only clean sheet all season away from home was Matchday 1, so that'll be the next challenge that they'll try to get.
Mark is in position. Mark will, of course, be hearing from plenty of protagonists in just a few moments' time. But I was just saying to Spence, felt like a game, that one, where we had to be patient. We had to wait for our moment. But once we got that Rafinha goal, things just calmed down a little bit. But for me, it feels like such a vital win in LaLiga. Our 7th in a row. Feels like a really big moment, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I think that the most important thing is that right now Barca is winning that kind of games. Remember what happened, especially in the month of October, and also the way that we won games, for example, like against Girona, what happened against Sevilla and against Real Madrid. And if we take a look back about what it was happening just during the season, the number says another thing, because we have won 14 of 17 games. What does it mean? That this season we have more points than the last season in the first 17 games. Last season, in the first half, in the first 19 games, we got 38 points. And right now, it remains 1 game just to end the first part, 2 games, to end the first part of the season, and we have 43 points. What does it mean? That in question of numbers, we are better than last season. It's quite incredible, but the most important thing is that Barca is having back the confidence to have this kind of gains also with 3 points. I mean, we won important games in La Liga, but what happened in the Champions, I think that gave less confidence for the team for all the parts of the season. But as you said, that kind of games, we have to suffer, we have to stay calm down. And I think that's something that the team learned from the last season, especially in that part of the season. A lot of words are said, but what I mean is that remember what happened in that kind of games last part of the year, last season. Remember the game against Las Palmas, the game against Leganés. Of course, we don't have to compare every time between one season and another one. But what I want to say, Paolo, and it's quite similar to what you were saying before, is that Barca have learned how to play the kind of games, that you not always could be the most brightest players. You cannot do always the same in the good direction. Sometimes you have to have these 3 points, take these points, and then think in the other game. And I think that Barca have learned many things from last season at the end of the year. And this season, Barca is playing better than kind of games when you have a very defensive team in front of.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you make the comparisons with last season. I think Barca struggled in December last season. The season is long, though, because we can't forget, Marek, we made up so many points in February, in March, in April, with how good we were. We went on that unbelievable run, didn't we? Maybe this season it won't be that way around. I do make the point, right now, whilst Madrid are dropping points, whilst we're in good form, win as many as possible to get that advantage up, because
Exactly. It's not going to stay that way forever.
Exactly. I think you've got to take advantage of moments in the season. For me, Marek, I don't know how you see it. We're in one of those moments right now where I think Flick will be saying, guys, if we keep going, who knows how big this lead can get.
Yeah, and if you listen to Hansi Flick at the press conference before the games, my first question always is about the game and about the team that we have to face. And always Hansi Flick didn't like to analyze how was the team. He always said, we have to focus on ourselves, but the last time, that kind of games, he said, for us the most important thing is the 3 points. Of course, we know Hansi Flick very well, and we know how important it is for Hansi Flick and also for the Barca fans, the way that we are playing, because this is why we are Barca fans. This is in our DNA, not only to win, only the way. But I think that Barca have learned that there are parts of the game that you cannot play in maybe the best plays, that you cannot make a lot of quality things, that you have to work. And I think that well, in a few minutes, remember that Hansi Flick will talk to us. But the most important thing is, okay, clean sheet. Don't give many attempts for all the teams. It's something that Barca did better today than other days, because I don't remember very clear options, clear attempts for Osasuna. 2 saves by Joan Garcia in the first half, but not the most difficult ones. And as you said, 7 wins in a row in La Liga. It's quite similar about what Barca did, as you said, last February and March. And also, it's not 7 wins in a row in La Liga. It's 5 in a row after the defeat against Chelsea and Stamford Bridge. So why not? Why not? Hansi Flick always was very good about what we said. He said after the game, remember, after that defeat, he said, of course, tonight is a tough defeat, but what I see in the training sessions, what I see in the practices is quite good, and I'm confident with the team. And after that, 5 wins.
Yeah, 100%, Mark. Mark, we'll come back to you when any players pass through your position, of course, and you have reactions. Just let us know. We'll go straight to you live. What Mark was saying there is it's not just 7 wins in a row in La Liga. It's actually 5 in all competitions since the Chelsea defeat. Team has bounced back damn well from that defeat, by the way, which looked like a damning defeat at the time.
You said 5 in a row in all competitions.
Yeah.
So that Man United guy would
he
would be shaving his head, right?
I often think about that and how lucky we are, you know. That's come into my head the other day, and I thought, we win 5 in a row all the time.
Yeah,
and
right.
He's been like...
And then Rashford is like, boy, I'm glad I got out of that place, because
genuinely, though, like, even in some of our like worse spells, we've... like, within a few months, you'll get 5 in a row. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, but it's almost taken for granted. But I gotta say something,
Yeah.
because we're focusing a lot on building the lead over Madrid, and that's fine. I'm all for it. I totally get it, but it's always Barça Madrid. I gotta say, the next league game for Barça is against the team. Look at the table. Look at how many games Villarreal have played. There are 2 fewer games. If you count those as wins, if you wanted to, that's 41 points. They're 2 points back of Barça. If they beat Barça on next Sunday, they're technically in position to go top of the table. So we got to look at them too, man. I mean, you're never used to it, but forget Madrid. We got to look at Villarreal.
It's an excellent spot, Spence. It really is, and an excellent point. I did not realize they were... I knew they were having a great season. They are mightily close. That is to say, if they win the next 3 games, they're La Liga leaders. It's a crazy thing to think about, and that is, I mean, one of our biggest games of the season. It's massive. Away as well.
It's a huge game, and La Cerámica is a really difficult place to play.
Not having a good season in the Champions League, but in La Liga, boy, are they just motoring away, aren't they, on the Martirino? Unbelievable. So, Villarreal, right up there, as you can see on your screens, super team. And we've got the Cup midweek, of course, against Guadalajara before that. But, hey, that's going to be one that Flick is just circling because, man, I mean, do you remember that last game before Christmas last year, Spence? We lost 2-1 to Atleti in the last minute. And I remember all Christmas.
I was there.
Really, yeah, and all Christmas, I'm just thinking about it. I was like, oh, when you don't have a game for 2 weeks, you just go, you don't want to leave on that note. And if we leave beating Villarreal on the 21st of December, we lay down a really good marker to go into the new year. I'll say that. But you're spot on. That's going to be an almightily difficult game, isn't it? That's
huge. It's a game worth looking forward to quite a bit.
Yeah.
To take us into the holiday break. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that's going to be a cracker. That's 4:15, I believe, local time in Catalonia, which is on the Sunday, the 21st. Spence, on the game, main man I'm going to talk about, Rafinha to start with, because we've seen a lot of Rafinha emojis and whatnot in the chat. Felt like, again, today, Barça maybe we're starting to get a little bit panicked, rush things a tad, I think, in between the 60th, 70th minute. And then Osasuna made a change. And for some reason, they weren't in their shape. I don't know if it was from a throw-in and they'd pushed too high forward, but it was like, bang, Pedri was in, pass, and it all happened very fast, very simple. But Rafinha, I don't know if you can just discuss him a little bit, but what he means for this Barça team, how important he is, and what a star he really has turned out to be. Just incredible.
That's what makes it so difficult if you want to execute the game plan.
Mark's with Rafinha. Let's hear from him.
With the player of the match, for sure. We are next to Rafinha, que ha marcado los 2 goles decisivos para ganar el partido. Rafa, uno de esos partidos en los que hay que tener paciencia, ¿no? Hay que seguir confiando. Ellos os lo han puesto difícil, pero al final con tu primer gol habéis podido romper el muro.
Sí, bueno, sabíamos desde el principio que sería un partido bastante complicado, un partido físico, un partido donde su equipo, bueno, sabe defender muy bien. Y al final es como ha dicho, el equipo tenía que tener paciencia. Sabíamos que sería bastante complicado encontrar el primer gol, pero la paciencia, bueno, sería algo importante para poder desbloquear el partido. Al final el gol podría salir al minuto 80, al minuto 90 o al minuto 1, pero sabíamos que el minuto 1 sería bastante complicado. Como he dicho, al final es un equipo que sabe defender. Y creo que hemos estado muy bien, hemos tenido la paciencia suficiente para poder encontrar el primer gol y desbloquear el partido.
Y en este tipo de partidos es importante también probar esos disparos de fuera del área. Rafa, una de tus especialidades, lo habías buscado. ¿Contento también por encontrar este tipo de gol?
Sí, bueno, al final, como sabía que era un equipo que defendía bien y bastante físico, y al final son jugadores altos. Sabía que una de las maneras sería buscar el gol de fuera de área. Al final, la primera parte hemos buscado algunas. Yo también he traído algún remate de fuera de área, no me he encontrado bien. A la segunda parte también. Y bueno, después creo que he tenido la oportunidad y un poco más abierto de lo que había antes, y fui feliz en poder marcar el gol.
¿La celebración del segundo gol con Lamine tiene algún significado?
No, la verdad, estamos probando ya algún tiempo y nada, al final muchas veces nos saludamos así y bueno, hemos traído al partido.
Déjame hacerte la última, Rafa. Último partido del año aquí en casa, aún nos quedan 2 partidos, Copa del Rey, pero 43 puntos ya son más puntos que el año pasado en toda la primera vuelta. Ponéis presión sobre los rivales. Hansi siempre dice que tenéis que fijaros en vosotros mismos, pero ¿cómo valoras estas 7 victorias seguidas y qué importancia puede tener esto para el campeonato?
Bueno, creo que el míster lo dice muy bien. Nosotros tenemos que estar centrados en nosotros mismos, y esto es lo más importante. Al final, si hacemos nuestro trabajo, lo que tenemos que hacer, no tenemos que preocuparnos con los otros. Y al final creo que cuanto más puntos sumamos, mejor, ¿no? Al final de temporada, si vas por delante, imposible que te ganen. Y bueno, son victorias para mí de mucha importancia, que da confianza al equipo para seguir sumando. Creo que estamos haciendo partidos mejores que antes, y nada, cuanto más sumamos, mejor.
Gracias, Rafa. Coinciden con tu vuelta, pero bueno, sé que no querrás decirlo.
Muchas gracias.
Rafinha, I said him, yeah, that those victories were just at the time that he came back. Rafinha, who was very happy with the goals he scored tonight, and with the good streak that Barça has right now in the league.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mark. It was pretty much speak of the devil, wasn't it? We just were discussing how good he is, and he pops right out there, Rafinha. I like what you said about trying to shoot from outside the area too. You mentioned that throughout the game, Spence, in terms of give it a go, have a shot from outside the area. Who knows?
Yeah, and that was ultimately what led to Barca's first goal, but it was the confidence that kept you thinking, there's something here. Somebody's taking something from one of these opportunities. And what I was saying before Rafinha interrupted...
Hansi's with Mark Brau as well. Here we go, Hansi.
Okay.
Yeah, with our coach, with Hansi Flick, just to analyze those 3 important points, Hansi, that the team got tonight. So how do you analyze the game?
We control the game, and I think in the first half, our dynamic, our speed was not so good with the ball. So second half was much better. We keep playing the ball from one side to the other side, but with the dynamic we want to see. And I'm happy because today the most important thing was the 3 points.
And also in that kind of games, you said in the press conference that you miss Rafinha, and that kind of players in that kind of games with his ability, his skill to score from outside the box, it's also good for the team.
Yes, of course. The 1-0 for us. We had space, but Petri did also very good. Played in the right moment, and Rafinha scored the goal. So no, it's great. We have 80% ball possession, and for me, it shows they defend really deep near the own goal, and for us it was not easy to create chances.
Let me ask you the last one. 2 important stats, Hansi. 7 wins in a row in LaLiga and another clean sheet. Again, you said many times that it's important for the team to not concede and to not concede at him. So how do you analyze those stats?
No, really good. So I think also we did it in the defense really good. So I was not worried about that that we get the 3 points. I know that it's important to score the first one, but we control everything, and we also defend as a team really good.
Thank you, and congrats for the 3 points.
You're welcome, thanks.
Our coach, very happy with this win, 7 in a row in La Liga, and very happy also with the way that the team defended and did not concede any great item for this side.
Mark, thank you very much. Mark, do you know if you're going to have any more players passing through your position right now?
Let me check because sometimes, I will have one. I will have one, and I don't know if we want to do it in English. No. we are next to Alejandro Valde. Well, if we want, we can do it in English. But al costat d'Alejandro Valde, un altre dels protagonistes d'aquesta victòria, Alejandro, si pots posar-te una miqueta més cap aquí. No sé com valores aquesta victòria. Ens heu fet patir una mica, però ells és que han defensat bé.
In English or no?
If you want, we can do it in English if you want.
No.
First one, why not?
No, bueno, molt content per la victòria d'avui. Era un partit molt complicat perquè ells tenien un bon bloc defensiu, però bueno, amb paciència hem pogut crear moltes oportunitats al final i han arribat els 2 gols.
No sé fins a quin punt també la bona ratxa de victòries que portau us han ajudat a no posar-vos nerviosos, a afrontar bé el partit, perquè hi ha hagut un moment que la sensació és que no hi havia manera que entrés la pilota.
Sí, la veritat que al principi estava molt complicat. Crec que la primera part sobretot faltava una mica de circulació més ràpida, però bueno, com he dit abans, amb paciència i han arribat les oportunitats i hem pogut ficar 2 gols.
Amb aquest tipus de partits són importants els xuts de fora l'àrea, en aquest tipus de xuts Rafinha és un especialista, no?
Sí, Rafinha crec que ara que està agafant el ritme i que venia d'una lesió una mica llarga, bueno, crec que ens ajuda molt, ens aporta molt a l'equip i bueno, molt content per ell també.
Ja per acabar, Alejandro, són 7 victòries consecutives a la Lliga, sou líders, ara 7 punts respecte al Madrid que juga demà. Sempre dieu que heu de pensar en vosaltres mateixos, no? Però què suposa per vosaltres acabar d'aquesta manera l'any? Encara us queden 2 partits, Guadalajara i Villarreal, però fins a quin punt és bo per la moral de l'equip després d'un inici complicat de temporada arribar a aquesta situació?
No, sempre és bo, sempre que guanyes partit crec que dona confiança a l'equip. Ara estem crec que a un nivell molt bo i bueno, hem de seguir amb aquesta mentalitat, però partit a partit, que això és molt llarg.
Gracias, Alejandro. Next one in English, if you want.
Okay.
Alejandro Valde, in Catalan, just attending us, and I think Robert, our editor, also Robert Pablo, and Spence, I think it's the last player. I will give you the connection back, guys, just to comment what Alejandro Baldo said, and just in a few seconds I will tell you, because I have to share with you my votes of the player of the match.
Yeah, 100%, Mark. We'll be with you in just a few moments' time. We heard from Flick there, pretty calm Flick too. We heard from Balde, who was teasing a little interview in English with us too, Spence, but another good performance from him, I thought, as well today.
Doesn't YouTube, can't we just hit the settings button and translate for us now? Or are we not there yet?
The little automatic.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe because we're already speaking in English, and that little trozo, that little segment doesn't. But hey, credit to Balde for at least playing along. I like it.
Yeah.
What was your question?
Balde, who I thought was good again today for Barça, bursting up the left-hand side, links up well with Rashford, I feel, as well.
Yeah.
When he plays at left back and Rashford's at left wing. And I'll say about Balde, I thought he was really good. I think was it Atleti? I think he was excellent on a Tuesday night a few weeks ago. It feels like he's growing there. Gerard Martinez centre back, he's at left back. It's working well.
They have good chemistry, as you said. And we also should make sure to mention the play of the game for him, which was the chase down on Munoz, where he did not commit the foul. And we know how much speed Munoz has, so for a guy like Balde, who's one of the paciest guys in Europe, in order to keep up with Munoz, which he did, and not foul him, and just do enough to put him off, that, in my opinion, saved the game, because if you go down 1-0, then Osasuna are wasting more time. You're now officially mentally pressing to get back into the game, and for all we know, you might also be a man down.
Yeah.
So really well done to just do all of the little things right on that play, and it's it's cliche to say that you can celebrate it as good as a goal, but it really was important.
Yeah, it was vital indeed, wasn't it, for Barça. Mark, if you're still there, we'll go to you for your MVP votes. He's not there, so we'll go to Mark in a few moments' time for his MVP. Flick, to me, I mean, he always comes across quite like calm and low key, if you like. Get the feeling. I found it interesting. He was the one after the Chelsea game who when he spoke to Mark Brau, he said, calm, like we're in a good way. And I think it was probably at that moment, Spence, when a lot of Barca fans were going, we're not in a good way at all, and a lot of people threw the toys at the pram maybe. He was pretty calm, and I will say the next 5 games have been some of our best of the season for me. The response has been brilliant. I also think it coincides with the return of Pedri and Rafinha to the team. Maybe our best 2 players have come back in at the same time. But the response has been really impressive from that point onwards.
Yeah, I mean, go on. We can
finish your point. If you want.
I was just going to say, he's right, because prior to that game, we had just beaten Athletic Club. We had beaten Celta. We had won 3 in a row in the league.
Yeah.
So there's a reason to think that it's all, going downhill and we're falling off a cliff. But realistically, no. And there are plenty of other teams who are in a worse way than Barça, and the last 5 games prove that.
Yeah, 100%. Brau, Mark, we now can go to you for your MVP votes. Far away.
Yeah, well, I said at the end of the game that I have to discuss with myself if I want to give 3 points for Rafinha or for Pedri, and finally I will give for Rafinha because he scored 2 winning goals, and when you score the 2 winning goals, you deserve for sure those 3 points. And of course, the other one has to be to Pedri, 2 points for him because he controlled the game. He assisted Rafinha in the first one, and if Rafinha had not scored any goal, maybe the 3 points had to go to Pedri. And finally, I want to give 1 point to Gerard Martin. Also, another game well played as a centre back. A very, very tough game with Budimir in front of him, and it was a very quite good game for him. So, guys, those are my votes for the moment. I think that we're not gonna talk with no more players, and remember that we will have another game next Tuesday, Copa del Rey, round of 16, round of 32.
Round
of 32. Remember, single game tie against Guadalajara. So I will have to cover myself because it's expected to be a cold weather that day next Tuesday. So guys, let's gonna listen to next Tuesday. Remember, 2 more games to end the 2025.
Yeah, Mark, thank you very much. Pleasure as always. Make sure you wrap yourself up, and we'll be hearing from you then. Right, those are Mark's votes. Spence, who are you going for? MVP, far away.
Yeah, I'd like to put Rafinha first, and so I'm going to do that because, you score 2 goals. That's what you get, and it might not be fair for others, but that's okay. I was really debating whether or not to put Gerard Martin second tonight. I didn't do it, but next time I might.
Yeah.
Because he's really proving how valuable he can be as a utility piece, similar to what Eric does. I thought Eric was good too. He deserved to be on here. A lot of players did. 100%. Pedri as well, but just having the initiative was what was so important for him and Barça to continue keep going. Rashford is another guy you could put on there. This is sort of all just bureaucratic at this point because I was thinking, I said it before, you could give all 11 of these players man of the match the way it was going tonight.
Yeah, one of those games. In the live chat we have Bruna says Rafa, Pedri I suppose, and Maldini, so Gerard Martin. Pirita Malaita says Rafa, Pedri and Eric. Yeah, definitely worth mentioning Eric too. Good that you did, Spence. Rafinha, Lamine and Pedri from Lundqvist. I think, Spence, if I've remembered correctly, I went identical to you. Let's see my votes. Let's get them on the screen. Yeah, I did. I think Rafinha was the man of the match. He got the 2 goals, yeah. What can we say? What can we say? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Lamine, I think we have to give him credit. Didn't get a goal or an assist today, but was brilliant. Super for Barça. And Gerard Martin, I so often give it to Pedri because I just genuinely think when he plays... he's like a 7 out of 10 without a doubt every week, if not more.
Yeah.
But I thought Gerard Martin today did a superb job at the back. I really do. So I wanted to stand out his presence a little bit more, which should mean that the total votes are quite interesting. I think we have a clear winner. We do. Rafinha's got 9. Lamine has 4. Gerard Martin has 3. And Pedri has 2. Lovely stuff there. We almost went all the same. I think Mark maybe had...
He made the tweak and put Pedri further up the list and kept Lamine out.
He didn't have Lamine. He didn't have Lamine. That's right. Yeah, he didn't have Lamine. There you go then. Votes for MVP are in. We're just waiting for Hansi Flick to step into the press room. As Brau was saying there, Spence, next up is a Copa del Rey game. They're always tricky, these ones away in the round of 32.
Yeah.
And you just expect Flick to shuffle the deck a little bit on that occasion.
Actually, I was at the round of 32 game last year that Barça played.
Barbastro.
Barça. It was cold. And that one wasn't actually tricky for them. And it was the debut of Wojciech Szczęsny.
Yeah, was it? Yeah.
In that game.
Yeah.
But he didn't have much to do. Barbastro didn't put up much of a threat. I don't know what Guadalajara is going to do. I'm not going to sit here and talk to you and pretend that I'm an expert on Guadalajara football. I'd like to be, but I'm not. I'm going to Huesca to do the Huesca Osasuna. And let's see if they can avoid any sort of catastrophe. The Copa always brings with it a little bit of drama. I love the portion of the Copa that puts the games in the stadiums of the smaller teams. So all of the 2nd division, 3rd division teams get to host the game. That's a big day for Guadalajara. They're going to have fun hosting Barça, even if they lose, which is the most likely outcome. But, hey, We got to give football to the fans, and this is exactly, for me, the way to do it.
Yeah, without a doubt. It's interesting, isn't it, that little shift they made a few years back now, which of course gives the early rounds to the lower rank sides, and of
Every
course
round,
it makes it. Is it all the way up until
every round?
Up until
every
no,
round
round of 16
until
onwards, it's-
well, the semifinal is 2 legs.
Yeah, but in the round of
So-
16, it's
No,
fair game though. No?
if you're good, if you're lucky enough to be a second division team to get to the round of 16, you still get to host. At quarterfinal, I'm not entirely
yeah,
sure.
it definitely cuts off at some point. I'm unsure to when. But it's certainly a good day out for all. And of course, we won the cup last year, Spence. What a wonderful cup run that was.
Speaking of Koundé goals,
yeah, I remember. I think you were in London for that one. I remember you calling us in from
Yeah.
like you were in a pub in London. I think
I was
with your friend.
Nice
yeah.
memory.
Thank you.
Nice
yeah.
one.
And you called us in for that one.
Yeah, but the
that must
sad
have been pretty crazy.
Well,
though.
it was crazy, but the sad part was I ended up at the pub by the end of that game alone because one of my friends got extremely sick and the other one had jet lag. So I was just there by myself amongst about 10 different Madrid fans who were watching the game.
Well, they're more Madrid where you were, yeah.
There are tons of Madrid fans, and
yeah.
I was the only Barca fan, and Koundé scored the goal, and I just stood up and was very respectful to everybody.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Mac, who says they're going to Mexico? No, not that Guadalajara, but respect. That's the way to end it. Let's go, baby.
Love it, Mac Lumbis. Right, we can leave you then with the press conference of Hansi Flick. There he is, ready next to Paul Martinez. So we'll leave you that with that, people. Thanks again for tuning in. See you on Tuesday night. Ciao.
Good evening. Welcome to the press conference with our coach Hansi Flick. One question each. And outlet. Mireia Ruiz for TDT Catalunya Radio. First of all, how do you assess, how do you evaluate the game, and also how important it is to not concede any goals?
The most important thing today was the 3 points. So
Lo más
I think
importante
we
de
controlled
hoy
the game
son los
and,
3 puntos. Creo que hemos controlado el partido. Y también en defensa hemos estado muy
maybe we
bien.
had not the biggest chances, but at the end it's the most important thing that we scored 2 goals and won 3 points.
Hola Hansi, Marta Ramón en directe.
For Raku Live, today it was a little difficult, a little hard to get the first goal. How important is Pedri to improve the team and to unlock games that were difficult like today's?
Yeah, in the first goal we had some space, and we used it perfectly. So I think it was in the right moment, the right pass, and Petri is an unbelievable player. He's top, and yeah, what should I say? It's outstanding player.
Hola, mister. Buenas noches.
Good evening, live for Carrusel.
Hoy Rafinha ha jugado por dentro. No sé qué le da el brasileño en esta posición, a diferencia de lo que puede aportar por la banda, y cómo valora su partido con el doblete.
Bueno, es importante para mí, desde luego, que
for him to make also the next step. He's always a big part, a big help for our team, and I think we saw it. And they defend really deep, so in their own third, and it was not easy to create spaces, and so. But when we get this space, we used it, and this is also the quality of Petri and Rafinha at this moment, and this was very important for us because, how I said before, the most important thing are the 3 points today.
And you are good with editing and you understand if someone's
Good evening, Mr. Flick, live for Onda Cero. So you're finishing the year, whatever happens, as leaders. How important is that, being leaders at the end of the year, psychologically also?
I was said yesterday, I don't think too much about the other team. So only we want to go to Villarreal and want to win. So I know they have a fantastic team. Also, at the moment they are playing really good in LaLiga. But at the end also we did, and so we have to go there, believe in our strengths, and see what happens, and at the end it's a long way. Of course, it's just the moment. Of course, just the moment, and I don't care about this it's good for us, make pressure on the others because they have to win, but it's not in our hand. It's only the points we can win, it's in our hand. So this is what I have to say.
Hola, Hansi.
Hello, Elena Condis, Cadena Copies. Today, Szczesny wasn't in the bench because of a virus. If he's not recovered by Tuesday, we could see Ter Stegen again in the Copa del Rey, Guadalajara.
We haven't decided yet, so we will do it tomorrow on Monday. We have time enough. First of all, now it's good that we recover good. So this is the first step we do, and then we have a look who's playing on Tuesday.
Hello, Coach Alejandro Segura, Radio Marca. The team today did not concede any goal. So how important is that, not conceding any goals? Because it's not so easy this season. How important is that?
It's always good with a clean sheet, to end the match with a clean sheet. So how I said before, we have, I think, more or less 80% ball possession. And sometimes it's like when you control the game and I don't want to speak about the opponents. You know, this is yeah. I think not a question for me. It's a question for the club, and of course it's good that we won today and 7 points now or 3 points more to lead. It's great. If it makes pressure on them, they have to decide how they think about that. But for me, it's good to win the matches and really continue our good, how is it, momentum. This is really fantastic to see this, how the team after some weeks we struggled a little bit, came back, and now we create really strengthen us, and also how we play. It's good. I think we came back with all the players now. They are now, I think, nearly 100%. It's good to see, and you see directly the quality of the team, and this is for me the most important thing. I don't care about other teams.
Últimas duas preguntas.
Two last questions. Yes, Mr. Flick. I would like to ask about the defenders, Cubarsí and Gerard Martin. They are taking steps ahead with a good sensation. You've got many injuries, you've had many injuries this season, and you've tried different defenders. How important is to find this couple that is really solid, as it seems?
I think it's not about this two. It's also about the last line, and also Eric played also really fantastic. So give us a lot of stability on the defense, and also he made a fantastic match today, in my opinion. So good to have all of them on this level. I think Gerard improved a lot, and I spoke also in the past about Cuba. With 18 years, play on this level it's really, really good. So congrats La Masia, what they did for work with the young players. It's really fantastic.
Hello, Hansi Jolie Claramont, live for Gigantes. Just talk about the defense. How did you see today Kubersi defending Budimir, big guy, and how do you think about his season so far?
I said before, so I think he's playing on a fantastic level, and it's his third season now, I think so, and it's unbelievable. It's more like, a mature player. He looks like on the pitch with the experience he has. It's really great, and he's always calm with the ball and with the build-up. He helps us a lot. The same with Gerard. They both together are a very good couple. So yeah, it's great to have him on this level.
Fins aquí l'hora de
That was it. Thank you. Good evening.